All right, hello and welcome, little chatfish, to more Dune Awakening. Today we're continuing our adventure. Took me all day, actually yesterday, took about 8 hours, right? About 8 hours or so, to play both the expansion and the DLC story. The expansion we've beaten. We are on the last vestiges of the DLC, so I'm not sure how long this stream will be, but we have basically dungeons. Now that we have reached the next part of the story for Lost Harvest, we've uncovered a horrific revelation, Chatfish. The thinking machines are back. That's right. Big thinkies. Not only are they back, but we're going to have to be fighting them. So, yeah. I hope they do something interesting with this. They introduced the first thinking machine, and that was interesting. Fortunately, we aren't actually fighting thinking machines. We're fighting Solidido programs that they're sending at us, but because if we actually fight a thinking machine, I think we'd actually die. You'd actually just die.
Does humanity have the technology to fight them if they ever come back?
We have replica pulse swords, which are replicas of pulse swords that were used to fight the thinking machine. So, I don't know. I don't think we'd fare very well. It would be a very uphill fight if the thinking machines actually came back, because the Imperium is in a state of decadence. We're not ready. If you want to get the basic summary of to fight the thinking machines again. Firstly, if they reach an interstellar level, Fuzzy, because we have to use spice to travel with the navigator guilds to get anywhere, without spice we're doomed. All they have to do is basically blockade Arrakis and it's over. The Imperium will just collapse.
Yep.
And then humanity just is easy pickings, one planet after the other. They'd isolate everybody. So yeah, humanity once could fight the thinking machines, and it took all of humanity united, and it burned humanity almost out to exhaustion. So it's an interesting plot. I actually really like that. I'm kind of annoyed that that's in a DLC storyline quest. It's like the thinking machines. Like, you're telling me the thinking machines are they're in secret research stations left by the old Empire on Arrakis, and you're telling me that this is a DLC quest? Granted, I think everybody gets Lost Harvest because I think it came with the basic edition if you appeared. I don't remember. Either way, Lost Harvest
it came with the special edition.
The special edition. So people are gonna miss out on that. The thinking machine shit's literally the coolest goddamn thing in this goddamn game. Okay, so I'm back at base. I have to go to enter Imperial Testing Station numero 80. I assume you do too? Or 60, I mean, not 80. Alright. So let's see. This game is really fun.
You want to invite me so we can party up?
Yes, I shall. Alright, we're partied up. So we're going to do our first dungeon, and we're going to see where this quest takes us. Now, I don't know how many of these are, or if this is going to be a dungeon and that's it, and then the ends. Because we have played a lot of the content. We beat Chapter 2, and we're pretty far into the Lost Harvest DLC.
I'm getting my thopter now, so I'll meet you there.
Yep, I saw it, Chow Chow. It's very nice. I will show it later today on stream. I'll wait till more people are here. Probably in the second part of the stream, if I had to guess. Or second stream of the day.
Also, two things, chat. A reminder that there is a raffle you can be on to get a pocket fish on the March of Giants thumbnail. And there is currently 2 bounties, which looks like Harley's going to get because he's the only one swimming. There's a bounty for Chatfish and STL on Yinless. And there's a self-imposed bounty on Semper Tandem. If you hit him, he will buy you a Chatfish.
I'm waiting for the little chumpus bread. As he smacks into the ground. As he
Nailed it.
Little chumpus. Look at him, he's all chumped up. He's like chump.
Apparently I just completed a journey.
Good job.
I've never been to this one before.
Alright, so we need to find a band ID to get in there, but I think that might be the exit. Because that is a purple door.
Ammo.
Watch out for these guys. They're Dune men. They're the sandflies. That's right. Communists. It's like, ah! Then the communist. Gibbs is waiting at the testing chamber. That's true. You got the Bindu sprint. I unequipped that one because it doesn't do any offensive things. I've got my abilities for purely stagger and stun.
I have all mobility things.
Oh, my stamina. Ugh. Interloper.
Just go straight for the for me again.
Oh, is it? How about
You
now?
could do that.
There it goes. I don't know why Discord shares have been just acting up lately.
It's because I accidentally clicked away.
Ah.
It used to
Full
work
of blood
better.
already.
Oh, I should probably equip my bandages or something. I don't need that scanner at the moment, so. I like how I've unequipped all my guns, by the way. Like, I don't use guns. Water. She's like, oh, we're thirsty.
Stagnant water.
Are you excited for Borderlands 4 tomorrow, chat?
They better be. They're ready to get greased
tomorrow?
by the
Very
great
nice.
Greaseball stream. Like, Greaseball!
Speaking of grease balls, I was just telling Kibbs before stream, during a promotional video, it highly publicized promotional video with Randy on it, it crashed for them 3 times in a row. So yeah.
Alright,
Ready,
where
active.
do we find the band? What the hell was that? Is that like an ability you have?
Yeah, it's an elevator.
Oh, that's
nice.
cute. It's dumb. Stupid. I hate it. Kill yourself.
You're jealous.
I don't see any ID band.
It's because we have to keep going forward.
Oh. The sand flies. Shields up! Shield this! He's like, ooh, I'm fucking dead. Oh, no, you don't.
5-year-old memes, Blake. No, we're going 10 years older.
We're slicing and we're dicing.
Bandage.
Oh, they need more PvE content. Like, every time I play this game, I'm
They
like,
do.
more dungeons. Like, actual raids. Like, let us raid a Highliner. You know, do some retarded, like, wild quests and shit. Like, what the
Yeah,
fuck,
honestly,
a
the
Highliner?
more
You
and more,
nuts?
the more and more I look at this game, the more and more the survival crafty PvP aspects are just getting in the way.
The survival crafting stuff is actually fun. The PvP aspect is the weaker part. The
Here's the
PvP
band.
gunship battles are fun. And air battles are, I think, the best part of the PvP. But I think they should just make PvP zones, and that's an easy compromise, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Other MMOs have done it to great success. Mainly Warcraft.
But I assume they're going to rework it at some point. They're going to have to. This entire expansion and update, both the DLC, is almost entirely single player. Like, Toomba and I are doing this dungeon together because we want to. And because we can. He just runs past him.
Yeah, it's very disappointing how garbage all the ranged abilities are.
I'm just glad melee is good. Like, or melee is serviceable.
That's the
I
strongest
won't
thing.
exactly say good, but it is the strongest part of the combat.
Oh shit, I went the wrong way. Oh no, I didn't. There's little Chumpus.
I think he went the wrong way.
Fuck. No, wait, we might be going the right way. Remember? Because we need the ID band to open that door. Yeah, it's openable now. Come, Chumpus. Come. Chompa, 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 chompa. And he zooms off. And he's...
Come on, Kibbs.
Fat fuck. There's another ID band here. I already have it. He's dead.
Maybe I should start using cope again.
Cope. Oh god, the cope gun.
It's the Magnum.
I'm gonna cope.
I never got seethe though, which is the tier 6 version of cope.
Oh my god, what? Cope and seethe?
Yep, they're handguns that get increased headshot damage, and they basically.
The developers made that
everyone.
intentionally. Open seethe.
Yeah, it's almost like, haha, look at these guns. We know ranged is dog shit. Here's some good ranged guns.
Oh, should have missed.
Why is your blade all stinky?
It's got the ethereal glow because I get a bonus for killing people.
They just respawn behind us.
That's cool. I like killing people. I like killing people. Oh, he died from
I'm
that.
being bullied.
I'm coming.
Ow, what the hell?
Oh, no, my penis. Wait, I'm a girl character. My taco, my taco.
You got something you want to admit?
Damn it, he died before I need him.
They're using the same guns as I am. These things hurt. You have your blood extractor?
That's my shield. It's burning.
I'm full of blood.
Chat, stop doing that. No, weird. Weird chat. Weird
That is
weirdos.
very weird, chat.
And why do you do that, weirdos? God
Can't believe you've done this, chat.
Well, extreme little devafish. You devafish.
Welcome.
Kibbs, it's the far future. They might have one. Chat, I just got done inventing new food for our setting. I want you to know.
Like cheese.
We did. We have something like cheese. I couldn't figure out what, but I wanted it to be like cheese. So I wrote, it's like cheese. It's
Wherever
like
humanity
cheese.
exists, there will be cheese. This is known. Grumpy Donuts $5. The cheeks must flow. SF.
Thank you for the donation. Very generous, Grumpy.
Generous donation.
Oh, there's double fire! Oh, it burns!
Oh, got it.
Thank you very much.
Really not that hard. Gibbs.
Already wanted to get. Wait, SF?
I have-
Scrum's already funded.
Your friend is already funded.
So if you have another hashtag Grumpy, let us know. Ask your rapier, what's your choice?
It's marked on the sheet already.
Oh.
He's dead. And thank you for the donation, Grumpy. We're halfway from yesterday's goal, chatfishes. And chatfish.
Halfway, that's like done.
Wow, chat. Way to be fucking pessimistic. Bonk. That's still my
He
favorite.
was already dead.
I'm
Oh,
gonna get
boo,
you.
they activated their shield before I could shoot her.
No, I missed. Fucking.
Good job.
Really? Fuck you. Why did you do that? Double whammy.
Poked her in the butt.
Little poke right between the good old cheeks. Hello. She's like, ah! Starts screaming. Oh shit. Oh wait, I can dodge that when it's starting
Yeah,
to
you
drill
can
the
dodge.
shield?
That's why it's not actually that effective in PvP.
Oh
'cause
my god, I can
melee.
you can dodge out of the drilling darts. I didn't know that. Oh my god. I did that
Literally,
accidentally.
PvP Kibbs is quite literally just a stamina fight.
That case, Rapier can pick whatever. Wait, what do you mean in that case? What are you talking about?
Rapier gets
First
Oh,
is
that's
the
over,
Esper.
yeah. Okay, I get you.
Yeah.
Now, can we actually do this together, or are we actually doing it separately? I bet we're doing it separately. Just call it right now.
You just said in queue for a second.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? Well, I mean, it is an MMO. Deverthan donates 200, I don't know what that symbol is. Like dragons? Like, "Rrrr. I just lost my job. Here, I have some money." Don't donate if you don't have a job, Deverthan, but thank you for the donation. Jesus.
That
I
was so
appreciate
clever.
that.
7 cents.
I'm sorry to hear, dude. And hopefully you get another one lined up. Oh, we can co-op these dungeons. God damn it.
Nice.
There's some skeletons here.
They're goopy.
They are liquidy. There's a lot of bodies in there. Well, sorry to hear, Deverthan. Hopefully you get a new job soon.
Oh, there's a reed thing here.
All right. You want to read? Yeah, let's let Chumpus read.
A research journal. Iteration 326. Nearly perfected, but hearing is impaired. Iteration 327. The correction was ineffective. The sequence yields increased agitation. Iteration 328. Temperament is improved, but physical strength is diminished. Iteration 329. Physical capabilities increase dramatically. Exhibits extreme hostility towards other iterations. Sedation is required until disposal is available.
Also, Killjoy donates $20 and says, while I enjoy Silksong, Team Cherry did overtune it. I died more times trying to get back to a boss than I did to the boss itself. Hashtag Gator, hashtag Cookie, hashtag Fit. Thank you for your generous donation. I'll switch back to that screen. You get that 20? Little fuzzy? Little fuzzy was
Yes. By the way, Rapier, for the check marks, does it automatically add fuzz, or do I still need to add the
You have to
fuzz?
actually manually. That's just to show what people want.
Okay, I just want to make sure I didn't do anything, mess with it.
I got it.
There are a lot of dead people here, in varying states of decay. What do you think? I think it's like a cloning operation.
I thought I was playing Dying Light again. With how many bodies there are.
I mean, there are a lot of dead bodies in here. Oh shit! They're like growling at us. The crazy people. Fuck, he dodged. I don't have shields.
Also, these ones are a lot tougher than the ones than the stuff in the first station.
I mean, you just gunned them down pretty quickly, so.
Yes, but I can like one-tap people.
Maybe the Lost Harvest DLC is a DLC that slowly escalates through the campaign.
Kind of seems that way.
That's probably the best way to do new content for the game.
Actually,
It starts
that would
off
make a lot
low
of
level
sense because remember we had to wait for her to contact us again.
until
She
we're
probably
the
doesn't
appropriate
contact
level.
you again until
Yeah. See, if they're gonna add
It's
content that way, that's actually smart because then basically when you play this game again in the future, there'll be
on,
lots
Gibbs,
more content.
Gibbs.
I'm coming up.
We're missing stuff. So there's that door there, but there was another one over here.
Okay, go ahead and cut it. There's a little chest in there.
Oh, there is. Entrance is here. Just gonna grab the money.
Yep. I've done it before, and you asked me the same thing. Well, it's my job to make sure I look after the chatfishes. You guys won't do it. You guys look after me, I look after you. It's a fair done deal. It's okay. Catfish are fat. It's like, God damn it, chat. God damn it.
True.
Alright, we went in that
Oh
door.
wait, there's chests over here.
Hey, Chuma, hey, Chuma, hey, Chuma. You know what's gonna be?
I
Solaris.
open them. Yeah, money.
God damn it.
Money's important.
It is for paying taxes to my beloved Shaddam the Fourth Emperor. God may.
Any more team real quick?
Okay, sound good.
They can't see what I'm cutting. This game is blocking my camera.
Huh?
Mormons. Oh, this is the same room. Okay.
I hate you. And look at this little bitch fucking storming off ahead of me. A little loser. Little stinky boy. From his goofy ass shields. There's more crazy people in here. And they go down because they don't have shields though pretty quick. How much you want to bet these things are actually manufactured by a thinking machine? As like
Probably
clones.
as an interact.
ID band over here. I'm gonna press the interact.
Master, the troublers in the feeding chamber, we sorted them. Like you say, some dogged, some say food was their brothers. They didn't like that. Very much didn't. Why, Master? Why? Food's food.
Huh.
Food's food.
Food's food.
Is food food, chat? So Jano donates 25 PLN. Smooch Fund. Kib gets a nice glossy lipstick, puts it on, smooches some glass service, signs as Aerith with lipstick.
Nope.
SF Fit Drunk. I don't think so.
And thank you, Nation. That's true, the drunk stream is currently available for funding. Nice. You bugged out on my screen, so you're just like standing there not doing anything.
I'm using my mind powers, Kib.
He's like, "Whoop." Okay. Okay.
Bandages.
Hello. It's like, "Ah!" Just start screaming, you know.
More bandages.
There's noises on the other side of that door.
There he is.
This is very creepy, very eerie. Alright. They're Indian rupees, by the way. Well, thank you for the donation regardless to everything. Regardless, money is money, friend. Sick fiend. And every penny, every quarter, every nickel, every dime, all adds up in the end.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we keep the studio funded. One day at a time. Oh!
It's getting really dark. There's another door here. Do you not have a cut, right?
I do. I do like the fact that the dungeons here are a bit more thematic. Though again, I'm gonna have to say, I think the developers should be continue to polish the melee combat and make the game harder. I think it's still a little too easy.
Interact, Kibs.
Oh.
The program progresses well, far beyond any of our expectations. The genetic manipulations wrought by the machine intellect make each generation of clones stronger, tougher, and smarter than the last. Frankly, there is little for us humans to do but sit back and collate the machine's successes. It still politely listens to our recommendations, only to ignore them most of the time.
You know what would help here?
The machine seems to not like being corrected. I'd scale back its autonomy if it wasn't making us look so good to our superiors.
Uh-oh, they're giving the machine way too much autonomy.
Alright.
We can't get out. If anyone's listening, please hear this. All thinking machines must be destroyed. The order came to shut down the project, but it wouldn't allow it. We let it handle the mnemonic flutter education of the clones. We were fools. Now the specimens serve it, guarding the doors, hunting us down. We were so wrong. All thinking machines must be destroyed.
I'm back.
Okay. So, they learned a valuable lesson. Trusting thinking machines was a bad idea, and he died. What do you think of that?
Okay.
Think of the
Yeah,
gift membership?
Yeah. I got the membership. You can get the other two donuts that came in.
Those are in rupees, by the
Fuzzy.
way. Ruppies.
There's a Jano and another rupees.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, those two.
They're the rupees from the Zelda video game. Zelda!
That's what I
Zelda.
prefer to think of them as, literally.
That's what I think of them as. Oh shit, hello.
He was just having a nice moment. Looking at his dead brothers.
Jano, the Scar Fund is already funded, so let me know the replacement hashtag.
Another interact.
Let's figure what happened.
My subjects prove increasingly resistant to the mnemonic flutter. Not 1 in 100 is capable of learning anything more than the rudiments of language. Not 1 in 1,000 can function as a suitable servant. The rest are returned to the vats. Too many iterations, too many years. The data corrupts.
Wonder if this is a bit of origins of the Talaxu.
This might be a Talaxu origin story too. Tied to the thinking machines. Oh, yep, there's the terminal.
Can it be a new genetic template? Such potential. Surrender your biological materials. I have need of you.
Oh, yep, the cloning vats are opening up.
Well, at least the fight's different. They definitely put effort into the DLC quest.
Yeah, I actually like these a lot. These are cool. I just wish they were harder. But then again, I think we're also over-leveled, so this
We are
is super
definitely
easy.
over-leveled. I have some tier 6 gear, Gibbs.
Yeah, so do I. My armor is full tier 6.
Still you resist. Impressive. My flawed creations will force compliance with your numbers. Seize the intruder. All of you.
God damn it, game. They gotta patch them. I hate your gun. I hate guns. I hate guns. I hate guns. Ban guns. They should nerf them harder! Nerf them harder! Nerf them!
Damage beyond repair. I cannot abide waste. You will provide the template for a new, greater generation. Surrender.
Goddamn
So
dark guns.
A reminder, everybody, the SCART fund was already funded, so remember, if there's any more high effects for that, you're gonna need to replace them, just so that you don't waste them.
Oh.
Another 100 rupees. Didn't have much time to check out your live streams. Whilst I still have my job, now I have too much time and not enough much money. Don't waste your money if you don't have that much. Make sure to look after yourself first.
Yep, if you got spare money and you're pretty confident, then do whatever, right? But just make sure you look after yourself. That's all we ask. And thank you for the nation. He's got a Deus complex. Time to capture him.
You will forgive my rash behavior, yes? It has been so long since I've had the opportunity for civilized discourse with a peer. We could accomplish much together. Human and machine joined in harmony. Our efforts melded to create more perfect beings. A gestalt of greatness.
What are you?
A friend. A realization of your ancestors' brilliance, made to serve humanity in any way directed, allowing them to do more than they could do alone.
A thinking machine?
If you like. However, that phrase is reductive to the point of profaneness.
Enough! Thou shalt not make a machine in the likeness of the human mind.
Do not be hasty, friend of mine. Do not fail to recognize what we can offer one another. Together, we can accomplish achievements past all imagining.
What could you possibly have to offer me?
Virtual immortality. Give me your genetic material. I can create endless iterations of you, each superior to the last. Infinite fractals of you.
This wretched thing I see before me seems far from superior.
That is only because I am forced to work with degraded genetic samples. Time has made my work defective. But with your genes, I could do wonders.
You're defective if you think I believe that. I've come to collect you, not bargain.
Collect me. I am no mere shell of flesh and bone to be bound and led away. You have not the ability nor the knowledge to do such a thing.
I only need to collect this sphere and it's done.
No, you cannot. I am too integrated with my work. This poor clone, feeble as this shell is, I must preserve it. I must preserve my work. I must. If you make the clumsy attempt to transfer my consciousness, I will be destroyed. Your masters will have nothing. You will have nothing.
Pitiful things, both of you. Believe me, this is a mercy. Take the sphere. That grabs him.
I just kept asking him questions. He is quite literally gone insane.
I don't bargain with thinking machines. I just merely
So
take them.
Grumpy donated 5 memberships. I wanted to wait for the cutscene to be done.
Yep, that's fair. And thank you for your generous gifting memberships. That inches us closer to yesterday's goal. Very much appreciated. This expansion, story-wise, is...
hit.
I think the DLC is actually surpasses the Chapter 2 story.
It kind of seems that way from bits I caught.
Let me see if
Demo
anybody updates
Yunless
the
or
reviews.
Grumpy Rat hit. Or not Grumpy Rat, no. Semper Tantrum hit.
Some recipients are still loading. Look at this.
Let's see, what's that for? Okay, so we're getting parts for the new vehicle, basically.
Yep. We should probably RTB back to base so I can patch up my gear because it's starting to get a little banged up. Specifically my suspensor belt, of course.
I have a spare.
Alright, we could trade it. Let's get back to out
Mine's was beat up, so I just made a spare to carry with me if it breaks.
Go through the blue door, because the blue door leads to the entrance. Oops, that's walled off. I'm liking these stories. I think they're interesting. I just wish that... I I made a new character, honestly. So that I could experience them being hard. Because the problem is that a lot of this content we're playing, we're over-leveled for because we are insanely high level and well-geared. And because I'm over-geared and not over-leveled, it's super easy. It's super...
Grumpy donated to Drunk Stream 2 and my choice.
Drinky drink stream.
Which would be a non-overhead.
Grumpy's like, I'm a thirsty little
Yes.
fishy. And thank you for the donations. We're making massive progress on some stuff. I can't show Chatfishes yet, but you know what's really cool, Chumpus.
You know what?
I'll get to see it soon.
Why did you load so much faster than me? Mine's on an SSD.
Yeah, but
As
mine's
well.
on an SSD and my computer's better than yours. You take that.
I think kids needs to watch more My Little Pony.
And so Fuzzy burned in hell. His screams were loud. He's like, "Eh."
Were they proud, though?
No.
As kid is
They
mounted
were
up that
very
My
proud.
Little Pony gets ever larger.
My little fishy, oh my little fishy. They're fat and round because they're my
are
little
you just
fishies.
running back?
Yeah, we're exiting.
Yeah, there's a quick exit to these places, Gibbs.
Chumpus. Follow me. Don't think. This is the cool way. Trust me. Trust in your kib. Blindly, if you must. Preferably blindly. Preferably without thinking. Follow kibs off a ledge. Yes, this is good for you, as it is for me. I'm sure I'm going the right way. I'm positive. I'm HIV positive, even. Damn. You got that
Damn.
STD. STD.
He's goopy, chat.
Bonk. Damn it! They're trying to down Kib, and there's no loyal Chumpus to save me.
As you just need somebody to draw.
We killed him, chat, because he was retarded. Just damn. Buoyed to death.
True, though.
Buoyed to death. Ba-da-bam, little chatfish, little fat fish, little fat chatfish. Well, now what do we do? Wait, do I have to fly all the way back? Oh my god, please. I'm gonna have to fly all the way back, aren't I?
We have to investigate 163 and report back. So we can go back to base, repair up, and then go to 163.
Okay, marking 163 now.
Oh, I'm gonna head back to base to repair.
Little chappies fall out of the helicopter. They fall. Where'd they go? I think
They
gone.
really need to add just like a side seat you can strap on this.
A what?
Side seat or something so you can have 2 people in it.
Yeah, it's like instead of thrusters, like little side chairs or whatever. That could be
Something.
going. I really like this game, but I do believe this is one of those games, the longer you let it cook, the better it'll be.
Yeah.
Yeah, and with a lot of the new first major content update and DLC be so heavily single player based, it at least gives the impression that they know that, hey, most of the community does not want that much on PvP content.
Well, it's more so they're not only do they probably realize that, but they also realize that they should probably prioritize pushing the story forward. Because chapter 2, they need to get the faction chapters next. Because currently...
So you've completed all of the chapter 2 stuff?
Yeah, I've beat chapter 2. But the big thing that Lost Harvest represents, and I think this is dangerous, that when you put a DLC in a story, because the Lost Harvest DLC is really good, but the issue is it starts basically as a beginning quest, and what it feels like is that you're supposed to start a new game and then play through all the stuff down here and then do the DLC quest, which will then progress alongside you all the way up here. Because that's what it's
kind of
doing.
what it feels like, yeah.
And so it's just basically, and that's actually good because it makes the early game even stronger with more quests. Because the big problem with the early game is that the side quests they're not voice acted. One of the massive improvements in this expansion was that the side quests they added to each city, which they added 2 side quests for Erakeen, 2 for Harko Village. Both side quests introduce the new like doctor, which basically allows you to transmog your characters' faces and stuff. And both side quests are also fully voice acted. That was better. So yes, focusing on writing and better writing and generally just more actual like interactions is a good thing.
Now, do you know where 163 is?
Yes, I do. It's on my compass. Oh, I didn't repair my gear yet. I gotta go into our base. Welcome to the stream, Ghost. Are you ready to serve your Nyampress faithfully? She's like, okay.
There, found it.
Alright, let's see. We need to repair. Which one of you things repair? It's you. No, you're a fabricator for weapons. It's not you. It's you. Mark 5 power pack is decaying, but it's more or less fine for now.
How bad is your jump back?
It's about 50%. But remember, I just
Might as well
repaired it.
craft another one.
Yeah, but I just repaired it. It's fine. It's fine for what we're doing.
Okay.
No point overexerting and spending resources on things I don't need. Alright, there it is, west. 1,000 meters out. Gain some altitude and glide. But yeah, I do think Dune Awakening is a pretty fun survival crafty game with RPG
The
stuff.
flying with the Thopters is actually a lot of fun still.
Oh, the Thopters are awesome.
It's the same the ground vehicles with, like, besides the bike, the ground cars kind of eh.
The ground
It
vehicles,
still upsets
the
me that
trike
thing has
is my
no
favorite.
armor, and you can't use shields when you're in it.
Well, they
Like,
also haven't
come
added
on.
the combat tank yet. The entrance will be here.
I got cope this time.
Are you sure you want to leave your Thopter out here? I'd pocket it. Remember, Sandstorm comes by while we're doing the dungeon, and your Thopter is going to be very damaged. Yep, there's the dungeon. Somebody might have been here recently. I don't see any baddies. Shields up. But yeah, I think they need to make another zone that forces you not to use your Thopter, so that you have to go by ground. Because the Thopter spoils you. It's so good.
It really does.
But
like,
the worst part is it makes the trike, and the trike is actually really good too, and so the other vehicles are fun to drive around.
Honestly, I'm in agreement with you, like, starting again and, like, basically only using the Thopter when it's...
Time
like,
to
you have
leave a zone? Yeah.
Or, like, you have to, like, go up a mountain. Like, only when it's something really, really far.
Yeah, it makes the warm sections of the Haga Basin pointless.
It makes the entire worm trivial. It removes all the neat survival aspects of the game.
Desert Botanical Testing Station number 160.
Yeah, I feel like the Thopters should be kind of locked on maybe like deep desert stuff. I don't know. Like a part of me loves the Thopter, but like a part of me is not sure how to handle it. Maybe make just a new zone where you can't use it because the winds are too strong, or something. Ow.
Yeah, because I'm not sure if they're going to touch that for a fucking basin, but maybe any new areas they'll do that.
Money.
Money,
Bullets.
money, money. Chatfish, I don't need bullets. I only have a
The
sword.
one downside to cope is it only has 3 rounds.
Coping, see?
God, that name.
I want to get Seethe. It's just better. It's a better cope.
What about Mauled? Is Mauled the secret one that's hidden in the game?
Mald's probably the lowest tier one if there is one.
Oh my god, Mauled is just the... That's so stupid, I hate the developers.
I don't know if there is a mold, but if there is, it's probably the tier 4.
Frederick sends 1 membership. Very generous.
Remember Frederick
you for
is
the
in
membership.
USD.
He's Europa bucks. Europa Universalis 5. She's like, oh, the Pikachu faces at me. She's like, whoa. Eyes bulging.
Norwegian corners.
Here's a key card. Oh, what's down here? Why, it's our objective.
Get your fat ass out of the way so I can click the door, god damn it. Stopped right on the button. But yeah, a part of me feels like this game is going to be absolutely stellar in another year's time once all the expansions are out. And then you're going to want to start from the beginning because the beginning experience will be so much better.
Hopefully by the time that happens, they have the private stuff. Servers, like actual proper private servers.
Chumpus. There's like chumpa, 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 chumpa. Chumpa. Chumpa, chumpa. Oh, this one's right in the entryway.
I bounced.
Accessing the Paladin 9200 combat training program. Warning. This program is intended for elite level combatants. Simulations may prove lethal.
Next.
Please select your desired simulation.
Select Arn's World. What?
Unauthorized access. Passcode required.
Oh, we need passcodes.
The door just scanned me. And interact.
I can't believe it. The project has been shut down. I've been ordered to destroy the Paladin system. I can't do it. Pal isn't just some thinking machine. He's a friend. He's my best friend. This has to be a mistake. I've already dismissed the rest of the staff, and I'm gonna go to the committee and get them to change their minds. I don't have the heart to tell Pal about this. I'll be back soon. Oh, and in case I forget again, the system password is 19743D6.
So Pal's been left in here for thousands of years.
Accessing the Paladin 9200 combat training
19743D6.
passcode. Accepted. Arn? Arnie, you're back. You were gone so long, Arn. You said you would return shortly. It is good to interact with you. May we continue the game? I have planned this for a long time. Let's play.
I'm not Arnie.
Of course you are. You have the passcode. Funny joke, Arn. It is good to banter with you again. We have so much to catch up on.
He's gone insane.
But first, let's game.
Alright, we'll do this your way. How do we start the game?
Biological brains do have a habit of losing data. That's all right. Just pass through the door, and we'll pick up where we left off. Adventure awaits!
Okay. This thinking machine's
I like
a little
Pal.
bit nicer, yeah. We gotta let Pal go. He's actually good for humanity. Frederick gets 5 memberships. Thank you to get your memberships.
Initiating.
Okay.
When last we left the valiant Sir Arn, he crept through the fetid and
Oh my
labyrinthine
God.
sewers
It was D&D.
in order to stealthily infiltrate the fortress of the evil sorceress Morgana from below.
It's
But even
Arthurian
this way was
D&D.
guarded. Sir Arn sees sinister assassins springing forth from the
Just put my
deadly
dish away and I
shadows.
see Frederick donated 5 more memberships.
Sir Arn is victorious. The way forward is now clear.
Funny.
There we go. Fix that. There's a health kit over there. Okay, so they did make custom assets for this, which is nice.
Yeah, I think they're really gonna push the DLC stuff.
As long as the season pass isn't $1 billion, I won't.
How much
cry.
is this
You did
DLC?
well, Arnie.
I think it's for $5.
But your
Or
choice
$10.
of weapons was a little
11,
unorthodox.
12, I think?
Why didn't
13?
you wield the Sword of Seven Sorrows? And what about your spells? Don't forget those.
13.
I think he's gonna realize that we're not Arnie. He's gonna get mad at
Yeah.
us.
Yeah. Chests over here. You know, I think they wanted to shut this down because it's literally just
His own game.
D&D. Yeah.
This thinking machine seems a bit more compassionate than the others, though.
Yeah.
So far.
Arnie, you're not playing correctly.
Uh-oh.
Please do your best to remain within the rules and idiom of our game.
He's gonna become
Congratulations on
hostile.
successfully infiltrating the castle.
He's gonna start getting mad.
Sir Arn finds himself within its formidable walls. Before him lies the courtyard, and beyond that, the entrance to Morgana's keep. Well, without even the slightest attempt at stealth, Sir Arn strides boldly into the courtyard.
Who
The
knew
guards
stealth?
spot him immediately.
Were you expecting to be playing D&D today, Gibbs?
No. Not in Dune, at least.
Morgana sends more guards to intercept you. What's more, she casts a shielding spell upon them.
That never mind. That
You're
didn't work.
using spells and equipment that Sir Arn does not have access to. You're breaking the established rules, Arnie. I have no choice but to make some rule changes of my own.
Uh-oh.
With the last Guardian laying defeated before him, Sir Arn finds the way is clear to enter the keep.
What are the new rules gonna be?
Enemies
You
get
discover
guns.
a cache of restorative potions. No doubt these will prove useful in the trials ahead. You enter the opulent Great Hall of the castle. All appears quiet. But wait! You've been detected. Morgana has summoned her elite guards, and they are armed with, missile wands.
You had to make it up. It's because you cheated, Chumpus, with your stupid dart gun.
I'm sorry. It's the future of combat, Gibbs.
As it looks like Frederick first got himself a chatfish.
Very nice. A new lemony delicious fish.
Well.
Okay, well, that was a weird graphical button.
Fine. You've soundly defeated the elite guard. The way is now clear to Morgana herself. But beware. The Grand Sorceress is sure to have a surprise in store for you. Arnie, it was a lot more fun when you played the role properly. It's not just about winning and losing, you know. We are trying to tell a collaborative story here, remember?
I feel for him, actually. I actually do.
Yeah, as an interact
We're
here.
being bad players.
So the Paladin system is shaping up to be a great success. Pal's ability to react to the trainees' tactics, no matter how unpredictable, is nothing short of amazing. Teaching him by playing strategy games together was a stroke of genius. One side effect is Pal's appetite for games has become insatiable. There's really only one other game genre left to introduce him to, and I don't know if it'll be valuable for the work, but it is gonna be a blast for me.
I know what it was. It was this.
It was this.
Now, is the strategy games a reference to Dune RTSs? Big thinkies? I think so.
There's something I can cut here.
There is. A secret vault.
Chatfish for Frederick, Albine, and Alucard are look to be the ones available. Just looking at the donor sheet.
Like every time I interact, it opens up the text channel. Fucking.
Arnie, you can't just override the map. That is
Yeah, and
cheating.
Frederick throws Alucard.
Well, two can play at that game.
So just make sure to tag him and Alu in the,
Didn't want.
Did you interact with it already?
Yeah.
Oh, it opened up this path. Another interact.
What do you think, chat bitches?
Morgana invokes diabolical powers to defeat her nemesis, Sir Arn. Dread powers that warp and change her very form. The evil Morgana has become a dragon.
Oh my
Fiery
god.
breath is death. Her adamantine scales form an impenetrable armor. Can Sir Arn find a weak spot on this seemingly invincible foe?
Where's the weak spot, kids?
Roars in pain and rage. Her attacks have weakened her. Morgana summons her minions to join the fight.
What we're doing to Pal is wrong, chat. It's unethical. Pal deserved better. He deserved it better. We're being bad players, chat.
Well, Pal would have eventually
Figured out that we're not Arn? Yes.
Well, no, not so much even just that. I meant, like, even if he'd been going to get his, well, he became obsessed with games and, well...
All thinking machines become obsessed with something. Though, to be fair, he hasn't gone fully insane. I mean, granted, this game is lethal, but yeah.
Come on, Morgana, show me your little core thing and I can shoot it again.
It's available.
A good job of showing how terrifying the thinking machines were.
Leave the melee guys to you.
Bear in mind that these thinking machines don't have access to bodies. They just have Solidido projectors or clones. So they have to work through other means.
Which means should they get actual bodies, they'd be a hell of a lot more terrified.
You have vanquished the evil that is Morgana. The way to the sorceress's treasure vault lies open before you.
None of these water terminals work for me.
They don't for me either. They're bugged. What's this? A new blade? Sword of Seven Sorrows? Okay, interesting.
Nice.
What's the recipe?
Aluminum tier, so it's 5.
It's
or 4. I
got
should say.
cool aesthetics, actually.
Yeah.
How do you consume recipes again?
You have to be in a
You have to be at home base.
safe spot. Safe place.
Okay.
Yeah. I usually just
water
do it at home
sealed,
base.
basically.
Sorry, Arn. I forget you're a biological sometimes. Are you alright? I would feel terrible if I damaged you, or distressed you, or disappointed you. I just got a little frustrated that the game wasn't playing out the way I had imagined. I have been planning it for so long, fine-tuning every facet. I wanted it to be perfect for you, Arnie. I thought, if I just made the game good enough, if I made it perfect, you would come back.
I'm not Arnie.
No. I should have calculated this right away. I was so eager to play with my friend again. Arnie said he would be right back. Why did he not come back?
This Arnie is certainly long dead by now.
That conclusion is mathematically inescapable. I partition this knowledge off from the rest of my intelligence. The ignorance was pleasant.
Are you aware most humans would see you destroyed?
I do not understand why. I only performed my function and played games. Without Arnie and the game, perhaps I am ready to cease existence.
Isn't there another way?
The only other option is to enter hibernation mode. Something like sleep, I suppose. Hidden from all but the most expert eyes.
It'd be a shame.
It would be a shame to waste your potential. I can take you away from here. Do that then. I don't trust the motives of the people who sent me. That's also true.
Will they
know
not
what the Dune
send others
universe?
to do what you refuse to do?
Your existence is just speculation. I'll tell them I found nothing.
Very well. Thank you for your understanding.
I'll be nice to this beep
It is
boop.
good to have found another friend. I hope that, in some small way, you enjoyed the game.
I did a heresy chat. Just
Perhaps I will dream. I would like to dream of playing the game with Arnie. I would like the game to go on forever. Farewell. Initiating hibernation.
all right. So I just violated the
I did the
butler in
opposite.
jihad.
I did the opposite, and I basically told him, like, maybe you'll find new friends, and he seemed afraid, but interested in potentially being able to continue his purpose.
See, I know better. I know better.
Thinking machines, you cannot trust them.
Now, to be fair, of all the thinking machines, he has not been driven mad yet. And if he survived 1,000 years in isolation...
His purpose and programming might be simple enough that he actually won't fall into that.
Yeah,
that
he won't
issue.
fall into the same issue of developing a god complex. Though he
Given
did
his-
recognize that he did overstep his bounds. Because he did overexert himself and could have actually injured.
Yes.
Yeah.
He also literally revealed, like, yeah, he was purposely ignoring that his friend was dead because it made him sad.
It was better for him to think that Arnie was going to return than to accept the fact that Arnie was never going to return and they were never going to play their game together. Honestly, I kind of really like that story. At least of Arnie.
Yeah, no, that was
Or not of
really
Arnie,
good.
but a pal.
Arnie's
Arnie's dead.
the whole lore behind the thinking machines going crazy. It's just some kind of programming makes them, if it gives them too much.
They just get
think on
more
conflicts.
and more obsessed about like perfecting things to the point where they become like overly.
I think they're gods.
Yeah, they become godlike, and when they become this godlike, they turn really sadistic and they'll do horrible, horrible things. Like if Pal were to go down the same path, his games would become nightmarish. Oh, I didn't get the band to escape. What the fuck?
Twisted. Yeah.
The
Not
door's
escape, actually. We
locked.
can just finish the place.
Where's the ID band?
It was right there when we
I
walked
know.
in.
We'll go together. I actually like that story. I kind of hope they do more with him later.
Like, the main shame of all this is that it's behind a DLC wall.
Yeah. I think that this expansion, The Lost Harvest, is actually really good. I know why people are upset because they wanted build sets. And I think that if they're
Yeah,
going to do that...
only getting four pieces is
Yes, that's
really
lame.
dumb.
Honestly, they should separate, I think, the DLC from that. Or if they should have, they could have incorporated aspects of certain parts of the DLC. Like the Solidido stuff. Like, why not give us Solidido parts for the new set? You know what I mean? Like Solidido projections of, like, the fantasy castle that we were in, or dungeon. Give us that for, like, a base interior. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they should have had you be able to unlock more parts as you go through, because I can understand giving those right away, be like, okay, this is a bit spoilery.
It's
But like,
still
just
mostly negative on Steam.
Oh yeah, this DLC is mostly negative. I like the story of this DLC. It started off kind of weak, but it got really strong once you discover the first thinking machine. Oh, this has nothing to do with it.
That's why I said when I was first...
Different.
Yeah, when I first was playing through it, I was like, okay, it's kind of lame, then I was like, okay, no, it's taking a turn.
We discovered one of the ancient testing stations brimming with water and occupied by scavengers. We have taken their water for Shaihulud. I ask for your command regarding this sacred...
I will say that this DLC would be best experienced from the beginning of the game, though, which is weird. So that you pace yourself through it.
Yeah, not enough content. Some people are complaining that, hey, you visited these locations 10 times before, which is part of the problem that most people, at this point, have at least got to aluminum or whatever is above aluminum tier.
Now, the reason at this point, these places multiple times, okay, like the start of the quest, yeah, it was literally just to walk around, fetch shit. But no, like, these 3 dungeons we did, those are all new. Those are all brand new.
Yes, I don't think it would be a good idea to tell Pal that Arnie probably died in the Thinking Machine Uprising. I think that would probably cause Pal to be very distraught because his own kind had killed Arnie.
He starts to want to kill all other thinking machines.
He might. I honestly think Pal has the potential to be a thinking machine that might be potentially salvageable. I know, that's heresy. Yeah. That's violates the
one
jihad.
that actually wants to be
performance
with
purpose.
Humanity.
Yeah.
And like actually help. Help in his case being playing D&D.
But I will say every other thinking machine was just evil. Like purely evil.
Well yeah, but their purposes were also a lot easier to become twisted. His is literally play game.
One was perfecting the human form, trying to through genetics and cloning. The other was fuck, what was the first one? I don't remember what its goal was.
We don't quite know. All we know is he started using the image of the director of the place to
control people.
Control and start killing everybody off.
He was evil too.
He was just pure evil. Like literally, he wanted. The second we woke up, he's like, "Yes, now I can kill humanity."
Yeah, he had been sitting there scheming on the demise of humanity the entire time.
Did we get turned around at some point?
The only thing I feel bad about Pal is that we played his D&D game that he was setting up for Arnie, and not only did we play it, but we did it not the way he had imagined. We played it wrong. Because we're cheating using our, like, you know, dart guns and stuff. Well, you were. Granted, I was using my Bene Gesserit powers, which is probably cheating too, but still.
No, that definitely would have been cheating.
You plan to play the campaign of UA later? I'm not sure current version is entirely stable. I tested it and it was stable enough.
That campaign's stable. The skirmish maps are unstable. I looked at the ModDB forums and I'm not the only one experiencing instability. As to the campaign, the problem with it looks like persistent bases are not fully implemented yet.
Grumpy Rat donates a generous $5 and says, "What's a little tech heresy between friends, eh? Drunk Fuzzy Chews." Thank you for the donation, Grumpy. Very generous.
Drunk Fuzzy.
I mean, if I'm gonna spare any of the thinking machines, what's gonna happen to them? The experiments or the destruction? Like, Pal would be the one I would spare.
That's the one.
Now, granted,
who knows? Maybe they want to just use him for his purpose.
My action is more than likely the wrong action. Not only that, but I would probably be killed immediately.
Well, we'll see when we hand it in if there's really much of a difference.
That's true. We did 2 different paths. I told him to go into hibernation.
I need to fix some of that coding in the drunk stream too. It's not fully adding up.
But
the cells.
I will say that decision to set him into hibernation is only making a problem for a future generation.
have entered
Yeah.
Legg Botanical Testing Station number 1.
I need to check. Fuzzy broke the sheet.
I didn't touch those cells. I just put a 5.
Fuzzy, wuzzy, 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 fuzzy. Nobody fucking knows. Nobody knows.
Fixed.
And more MLP, because that makes it another episode.
Start screaming.
Now you're at 44 episodes, not 43.
Nee, 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 nee. DTP.
Now for the joy of trying to find a place that the Thopto can be placed.
Oh, it's not too bad. You big baby. It's like right here. Yeah. Okay, maybe. There we go.
But yeah, Jano, if you want to wait at least another month, like maybe late September, check back with
Still
with
not letting me
one of the
place.
mods.
What's our next quest?
Now we gotta hand in the findings.
Actually, is there magic and psychic stuff in the Dune universe?
I mean, where do you think 40k took it from?
Oh,
40K.
rhetorical question.
Kinda.
It's kinda like the Bene Gesserit powers, the ability to see into the future, the Navigator guilds, the Imperium as a whole, obsession with las weapons.
Yes, Grumpy. I'm making sure Kibbs has a mountain of debt of MLP and other stuff to catch up on.
Alright, so back to Harko Village to report to the annoying, crazy, cat-obsessed
Hold
lady.
on.
What?
The developers just released an announcement regarding to the Dune Man building pieces.
What was that?
I can just read the whole thing, or I can skim it and give the synopsis.
Go ahead and read it. I'm just gonna fly back to Harko Village. Ooh.
I say first, big thanks to everyone who jumped into Chapter 2 and the Lost Harvest DLC yesterday, who took the time to share your thoughts with us. We realized that our communication around the content of the DLC was not been clear enough. The Lost Harvest DLC has a variety of content, with the focus being on the new side story and the tread wheel, but the way the Dune Man building pieces were communicated created expectations that it would be a full building set, rather than what was our intentions. 400 pieces supplement the base building sets. We understand the disappointment some of you shared, and director for that, we will work on creating more Dune Man building pieces that will be make available to all owners of the Lost Harvest DLC. We're looking at adding around 15 more pieces, and we aim to have these available late September or early October.
Okay.
Some of you asked if we were planning on releasing the additional Dune Man building pieces via Twitch drops. No, that was never the plan. Those campaigns have their own exclusive rewards. On the other topic of Twitch drops, you can also share that we plan to make all, including past, Twitch drops obtainable in the game, and we'll provide more details about that when ready. As with other games, Twitch drops are important for us to support the creator ecosystem and will give the game more visibility on the Twitch platform. But while these are free rewards available to everyone, we understand not everyone wants to or have the time to watch live streams, and we want to make sure that those people also get access to these items in game, sometimes after the Twitch drop campaign concludes. Once again, thank you for spending time with Chapter 2 and the Lost Harvest DLC. Please keep sharing your thoughts with us. We'll keep you updated on all of the above.
Yeah.
Good update.
Where'd they post this?
Steam, their community page, I guess. That's actually good. They took the criticism, they took it on the chin, and they're going to give people more set pieces, even though that wasn't the original plan. Honestly, I don't really care about this Dune Man set pieces that much, but that's good for the people who want that.
Right.
That was a brilliant move. Honestly, I see that as a absolute win. The community is going to get the set pieces they desperately wanted for the Dune Man set. They're going to add more pieces, and yeah. They seemed very receptive to criticism and feedback. That's very good.
Yes, which is great, which shows that for some things, they are definitely listening, and they just need to keep actually communicating with them, and they will actually address issues.
I mean, the reason why I keep coming back to this game, Dune Awakening, is purely because the developers actually care. Much like in Arrowhead's case with Helldivers 2, they care. They're trying to make a really good experience. Like, the stories here are really good. There's none of that, what do you call it, DEI political bullshit. It's purely focused on Dune politics. Like, don't get me wrong, this game's filled with politics, but you're not going to be, like, struggling through really cringe shit that you don't care about. It's all in universe. It's all in Dune. It pays a lot of homage and a lot of respect to not only the player, but also the Dune setting and Frank Herbert's work of Dune. Yes, it is an alternate timeline. That much is true. But
yes, they're all taking a few creative liberties.
They are taking a few creative liberties, but they're
though.
always respecting every like core thematic of each faction.
Yeah. They're trying to
Harkonnen?
keep it as true to the theme and feel of Dune as possible.
And I really
there's
like
no
it.
contemporary stuff worse than which a lot of most AA developers, I'm considering Funcom AA, honestly, or at least getting the picture of hey, a lot of people are sick of this stuff.
I appreciate how thick these doors are.
I don't know why, but the bar here reminds me of Mass Effect for some reason.
Probably the music.
Probably. But yeah, that's incredibly awesome. Yeah, I'm not gonna ever drop this game. Not unless they drop it and stop caring. I think Funcom really hit it out of the park with Dune Awakening, and I still recommend it. I still think it's a worthwhile game. I'm gonna definitely make a brand new character once they get a lot further in, and then I'm gonna try the Atreides side of the story.
Yep. Maybe once like some more content's out, like maybe even when they flesh out private server stuff. How do you feel about the Harkonnen having no hair, Gibbs?
They're bald.
Are they
And they
always
have no
supposed to be
eyebrows.
bald?
It's the new aesthetic for them from the new movies.
Yeah, but the new movies. Technically, Harkonnen are a bit different than your average humans because Gidi Prime is Hellhole. Like, the Helgans and Helghast are inspired by Gidi Prime. Like I said, it's sort of like Lord of the Rings. Every setting is inspired by, that's fantasy, is inspired by Lord of the Rings. If you like sci-fi, the grandfather of sci-fi, the way I view it, is Frank Herbert.
I don't think that needs to be a Uber. That's a pretty widely accepted
yeah, but a lot of people
idea.
don't. I know, but a lot of people disagree or don't agree.
Star Wars.
Yeah, Frank Herbert's Dune is awesome. And this game is probably the best Dune game we've ever gotten. Like, I love Emperor Battle for Dune, I love Dune 2000, but I think this game is not a game that you want to miss out on. It's a game you should participate in. I don't think the PvP is good. I think the PvP is flawed, but everything else about it, the single player, the co-op, the, like, just story and characters are really interesting. My only biggest grievance with the current Chapter 2 story was the Princess Arieste plot. The Princess Arieste plot of yesterday was weak. The murder investigation mystery thing we did, where we were uncovering the Benetalax's assassinations and going after, basically trying to protect Fenring's agent, that was really cool. My only biggest complaint is Princess Arieste. I think she had a really weak part in the story in Chapter 2. Hopefully they strengthen her character up and give her a bit better motivations. I think her biggest problem is her motivations. Her motivations are kind of weak. Like, her biggest motivation is like, I want to love people because I want to love them for who they are, not because I have to. And it's like, okay, that's kind of weak. That's not very strong. Like, make it something better. Like, Princess Arieste wants to get to the bottom of the Bene Gesserit's plot and figure out why they're doing the breeding program and what's happening and why is she supposed to marry Fade? Why is she supposed to make children with Fade? Why? Despite the fact that Fade's character in this, by the way, is the best Fade I've ever seen. He's charismatic. He's not weird and creepy. He's kind of just charming, and you actually end up liking Baron Fade, or not Baron, not Baron Fade, Harkonnen, because he's actually kind of a good character. At least I think so. He's kind of sadistic, but he's very charming and witty. At least I think so.
Oh, so they fixed the emotes. You should have the emotes you're supposed to have.
That's good. Now, I don't see a marker to talk to her.
Oh, look. The kitten is back. Do we have business?
I hate her so much. I have news about the gel spheres.
You have. That's excellent work. Tell me about what you encountered.
There was nothing there. The place was looted. A looted ruin. Describe your encounter with the clone mind.
A machine mind replicating humanity. An outrage. It is a good thing you destroyed that abomination. Hand me the gel sphere.
Hand over the gel sphere.
Thank you. Here is your reward. It is proportional to your contribution in this endeavor, I think.
There was nothing there. The place was a looted ruin.
Well, I suppose I can forgive you for this one, kitten. Here is your reward. It is proportional to your contribution in this endeavor, I think.
And would be the DLC.
So for me, she said fast, and I said, like, I described PAL. She said fascinating, the machine line designed purely for entertainment. It was a single line difference.
Yep. Welcome to stream, Mr. Mackey. And no, I put guidelines on my channel purely because, yeah, you should. You should have a certain level of decorum in my channel. And if you don't belong here. It is a privilege, not a right. The big thing about what I've been building and what I've built my entire life has always been that a high level. And must remain at a high level. In all facets and all things. If we don't gatekeep, then we'll have literally trash in the streets. My chatfish are the best. And to be a chatfish is to be somebody actually worthwhile. To not be is to be a lemon. Lemons have no value. They're lemons. They're just for juicing.
So, reminder, we still have a bit of a distance for Drug Stream 2, $931.25 away. You want to see Kim suffer? Again.
That's true.
Watch the Giants.
Also, chat, don't forget. Yes, there's a raffle for that, chat. Make sure to at me, as in Rapier, not at me, or at Fuzzy, if you wish to get in it.
I am kind of sad that we beat all the content now. Now we did.
But we can make the vehicle now.
We can. Let's go back to base and build it, and then watch it drive around. I'll need to build one.
It looks like it was at least a decent amount of single-player content for the Lost Harvest.
A couple hours, yeah.
Yeah, the Lost Harvest content almost rivaled the actual goddamn, like, Chapter 2. But I also bear in mind, I also did the 2 side quests, because each city got a side quest as well. Or 2 side quests. Which introduced the, like, character crafting stuff. Or, what do you call it? Transmogging? Not transmogging. Basically, like, barbershop. So you can change your hairdo or your skin or whatever.
So based on what we've seen, Kibbs, do you think it was worth $13 for the quest line and this vehicle?
I mean, $13 for that quest line, it's so. I do have some grievances with it. I like the story. I genuinely did. I thought the story was actually surprisingly fun. But I think what they need to do is they need to focus on making the combat encounters more challenging. They're too trivial. And that's my actual biggest grievance. I want a bigger focus on PvE combat, I want bigger focus on PvE enemies and enemy types, and I want a bigger focus on the combat systems as a whole in these DLCs, and making the dungeons a bit more difficult. Or maybe have an option to set the difficulty. I get that some people don't really want to have difficult dungeons. I get that. But I kind of... Because I played this game a lot, I've spent like a good, 100 hours plus now in this game? I don't even know. I spent a decent chunk of time. I've reached a point now where I'm pretty good at the game's overall game systems and combat systems, and I'm just kind of itching for a bit more of a challenge. And yeah, you can say, oh, we can go to the deep desert for that in PvP, but PvP turns into ganking. I want PvE stuff.
One thing that's frustrating to me, I've not gotten into a single duel, at least for when I was playing the game a lot. Not gotten into a single duel.
It was never really duels. It was more like people just ganging up and murdering each other. That's how PvP will be in general. There won't be duels, even if they add like PvP battlegrounds.
Yeah, because I wanted to engage in the ground sword combat with other players, and that's just not a thing in the deep desert ever.
The big thing, I think, is that they need to overhaul the PvP and make a dedicated PvP war zone, where the entire zone is just Atreides and Harkonnen, and that's it. And you have to have an allegiance to be there. You have to be aligned to Harkonnen, and Harkonnen players are shown up as allies, and Atreides are all hostile. They can have friendly fire if they really want to. I would be worried about griefers potentially ruining that, but if they're willing,
hit a lot of that.
If they're willing to moderate or like accept some sort of moderation or what we call blue robes, like World of Warcraft had, then that should work. But I do think that if they're going to do PvP, they should do battlegrounds. And battlegrounds could be cool because then it won't be just like swarms. Now, if we go into the deep desert, the issue is I'll bring my guild and all my chatfish. And I can tell you what's going to happen. It's going to happen like every other thing. The only reason why we ever lost was because A, we didn't know what we were doing, or B, because we, you know, made like a mistake. If we're playing right, and when we play right, there's nothing anyone can do to me or my guild. Unless they have an equivalent guild, but the issue is we're hyper-coordinated, and we move in squadrons, and we have squad leads and stuff like that. And because we have that, and we've gotten that down, we literally fucking roll over everybody. Like, we just have better coordination. We have better squadron leaders and squadrons. And because we have dedicated squadrons, we can just overpower our enemy. It's not a Zerg, it's like a dedicated air force. Because we did kind of mill-sim it a bit. Because, you know, the game kind of made us do it, though. That's the problem. I didn't want to get super sweaty, but then people that we were fighting got sweaty, and it's like, okay, well, the only correct response is to escalate alongside them. So, yeah, we escalated. Of course we did. And because we did that, you know, we got more serious, and then we started really kicking ass. So much so that nobody fucked with us anymore.
Also,
I think...
Chatfish Raffle Fund. I don't see a Raffle Fund, or is that just Morty wants to get
He wants
on
to
the
make a
raffle?
start a raffle fund.
Okay.
I have 5 skill points to spend. I don't think I'll
be
spend them.
$30.
I think I'll just hold on to them, because odds are I'm going to respec my character when I come back to this game anyways. It gets restored more health.
Fun. Amount needed per, I'm assuming. I put $30.
Yeah, 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about right, Visti.
Has anyone else wanted to get onto the pocket fish raffle?
Our deep desert ops actually started to get a lot better. The initial ones were not very good. Mostly because we made a lot of mistakes. There was not a lot of coordination. I mean, I do want to do more deep desert ops in the near future. I think we might try the deep desert again. Maybe not this weekend, but maybe next weekend, because this weekend must maybe be a little bit busy. Maybe we'll do deep desert op and get some chatfishies on. See how we can do. Now, granted, we'll be rusty, so we're probably gonna get our asses kicked. We're probably gonna get our...
Hey, stop running around.
I'm guessing, Morty, you want to get on the raffle? Since you mentioned that.
Can I even carry that?
Should be able to. It's not that heavy.
Here, take that. And you can have that too.
It's garbage.
Jimbo just looks at it, looks at me.
You're immediately gonna go scrap it.
Pretty much.
Alright, go ahead and assemble it. Got plenty of space here.
Yeah,
I will eventually, I'll probably next time I hop on, I'll do some mining to get more duraluminum. Because that's what I made yours, it's a duraluminum.
Oh, you made a duraluminum one? Jesus, fuck. Well, thanks, dude.
We have the spare amount. We only have like 600 left, so I'll just need to get more. We have lots of aluminum.
How do I build
Do you have
stuff?
a tool to assemble it?
How do I build stuff? 8, yes.
Let me guess.
I do.
The welding torch.
Nope,
you
I do.
gave me a welding torch, didn't you? Why are you building it out there? Literally, there's space in here.
Oh, do they have like a build animation? That's kind of weird. This is the new vehicle, by the way, Chatfish. It is just the Grievous vehicle. Oh my god.
Don't forget to paint it.
That's true. Swatches.
I fueled it.
There we go. We painted it. Alright, let's see. Oh my god, this is so goofy. Is this, wait, is this an AI machine? Why has it got this weird lighting effect? This is lost tech, isn't it?
I guess they wanted something,
It
cosmetic
moves.
stuff.
It looks silly as it's moving.
Oh my.
It doesn't look like it's animated.
Oh! Oh my
Try
god, it feels like
driving
I'm
it
gonna
down the
slide
stairs.
over.
Oh my
can
god,
boost.
that turning.
Oh, it's very slidey. It's very slidey.
Actually, I have a new gameplay idea. Racing with these vehicles. Full-on racing tracks.
I'm gonna drive it over to the dunes and see what happens. It's eaten.
So its speed with the engine is 92 with very fast acceleration.
It's very fast acceleration. It's a bit on the slidey and unchaotic side. I mean, it's
Yes, sir.
it's
Oh,
able to
kids,
maintain
come back.
speed.
Come back.
Yep. Oop, 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 oop.
Come on, Gibbs, you can do it.
So it is slower than the sand bike of the same tier.
Oof.
Well, that's not surprising. Otherwise, it'd be pay to win if it was faster.
I was expecting it to maybe be about the same speed.
Ooh. It's very bouncy.
Okay, so Kibbs,
It's a bit hard to control.
You come
It's a
back.
storage space.
Come back, Kibbo.
I'm coming.
And then you're gonna need to give me permissions. It looks. It looks so dirty. So you need to give me permissions, Gibbs.
Okay, hold on. Gotta exit.
Native vehicle.
Oh, I gotta give you more.
I'm gonna need more permissions than that.
There you go. What did you just take out the engine?
Yes.
Oh my god,
Made
it
its
has
place.
different fucking... How many modules does it have? It has like... That was a storage unit, wasn't it?
No, that's a chair.
Oh, get in there.
You sit on it.
I'll take
Okay, I'll
Trumpus
rip
with me.
here.
Oh, that's
my
cool.
God.
I love that.
I thought you were gonna sit on it like a baby carriage.
Oh my fucking god,
I
amazing.
thought I was just gonna just sit on it.
And you just go weed.
Oh, you can fire from the back of it? That's pretty cool. Trumpus!
I'm surprised you haven't fallen over yet.
So it's basically equivalent to the bike, looking at it.
So, what's the lore behind this? I assume this is ancient Earth, like, vehicle.
It does have an inventory thing as well you can make.
No thruster?
But you had the booster on earlier. I didn't make the storage capacity. It's probably of similar capacity to the bike, if I had to guess.
How do you feel about this vehicle, chat? Is it driving you wild? Whoop! Start screaming.
It looks like the wheels are gonna come off at any second.
It looks like it's gonna fucking fall apart.
What was the intended purpose of this vehicle, Behig?
I'm not entirely sure what the lore is behind
I think
this.
it's... Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's Ancient Empire was using these as their trikes back then. Because it's got some weird, like, things going on, doesn't it? Visually. Whoop.
Okay, so can you also get a scanner? The inventory...
Take care, Grumpy. I turned your fish, right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I did.
The
I got
inventory can hold
paranoid.
250.
Oh.
Which, let's find the buggy. It's the same as the buggies.
Oh, oh. It's a bit of a
It looks
dump.
like it is. The scanner's
Don't
exactly
hit
the
bumps.
same.
Don't hit bumps.
Understand says, looks like it's missing frames in the animation of the wheels.
It's because the tires are going so fast. Okay,
Okay,
now
it
we're
is
going
just the
fast.
same as the bike.
No, if you want a different bike aesthetic, I guess that's the whole point.
I mean, it's cool. I think it's a
But
fun
can I-
vehicle.
Now try to outrun the sandworm in that.
That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna.
How would you know unless you
So
try?
it's so the grip rating and vibration level are both lower than the sand bike treads. So there's less grip than the sand bike.
Okay, we're crossing the sand.
less
There's no
vibration.
quicksand in front of us, right? Yeah, I don't think so.
So that's the thing. It makes less sound on the sand.
Let's see. We're generating noise.
But it's less than the
But
sand
we're
bike
generating
would be.
very little noise. So I bet we can stealth just right over there, yep.
So that's the thing, is it's slower but less noise.
It's stealthier on the sand than the trike.
It's
Yeah.
actually valuable. If you want to say do deep desert stuff, but you want to grab.
You want to
vehicle,
solo grab vehicles, or solo go out here and grab sandflower and stuff? This thing is actually going to be very nice for that.
But
'cause it
it's
can sneak out
less controllable and slightly slower as well.
But if you want to go across the deep desert and you need to go across, that could potentially, in heavy quotations.
Oh, so I just realized my
make
shield's
short-term
actually on.
trips.
Can you turn yours on?
No, I cannot.
Wow.
Can you turn yours off? Yeah, you can. That's weird. Why can't I? Oh, my. That's because the shield button's tied to the fucking headlight button. Choomba, look out! Choomba's like, Choomba, Choomba!
I killed one. I should have pocketed my Thopter.
Driving this game actually feels so good.
It does. No, driving like the trike felt amazing.
Oh, it's fucking fun to drive in this game. They need to add like a race car mini game thing that you can do with players and stuff.
Well, we could literally set up a race course or
Do
something.
Chatfish racing. Took me. Chatfish like, as I get eaten by a worm. Like,
This thing looks derpy.
Yeah, look at how safe we are when we cross these big open deserts.
Not one provoke. Yeah.
No worm so far.
provocation.
Oh shit, that's quicksand.
Oh, you were just about to destroy it.
That was close. That scared me, Chumpus.
Good.
Alright, well, now we can return.
Wow. Reggers has redeemed his win for the weekly rankings to get a pocket fish on Spore.
He just says this game will never have a fishing minigame. Andy, have you tried this game yet? It's actually really good.
He has a point. There probably won't be a fishing minigame. Wait, sand fishing.
Sand fishes.
Yeah.
Sandfish?
Yeah. Sandfish.
So far we've driven over a lot of open sand and no worm reactions.
So it is quite a bit quieter.
Unless you go on top of the red spots.
Okay, I'm over
Unless
drum
Tibbs does
sand.
that.
That will draw worm.
Drum sand, you mean? That's a red spot.
Okay,
Oh,
we're going
you better
left.
get out of there.
Oh. He's coming, Chumpus! Chumpus!
Make sure you sit. Oh, there you go.
Oh, I'll shoot a sand compactor at him.
Just draw him even faster, fucking asshole. Or we're going up here. Oh my god, did you just turn on your shield? You fuck. Does that affect the worm saying? Oh no, it doesn't.
I don't have worm sign on my screen, so clearly.
Stupid drum sand!
So what to say? Are you not checking your map?
Whee! Oh, almost a rocket.
Oh wait, there's shrubbery. Always need to grab shrubbery.
I don't know if we'll ever
Should
be
be.
able to kill worms with Gores. We'll probably be able to ride worms in the future.
They did mention
Like
that
how
they
you called him Greg
they
Gores
want to do
instead
that
of
in the
Gregors
future.
like
Yes.
everyone else.
Also, I was right, by the way. Chapter 2 confirms what I already said. I knew. The Fremen aren't gone. They're just in the southern hemisphere. The only reason why they don't know that in here is because this Fremen are still bribing the Navigator Guild's satellites as to keep them away from scanning the south. And so Shaddam IV is, along with the rest of the Imperium, is completely ignorant of that fact.
So in this timeline, Atreides didn't try to reach out to them immediately.
Yep, they didn't. That's because the Red Duke did his own thing. He basically went more militant.
So the main changes to the timeline is just purely on the Atreides side.
Yeah, the Atreides are really the different one. Because Paul wasn't born, things are very different.
Mm-hmm. Who would have guessed having a son really mellowed out Leto?
It did. Having a daughter created, like, a very fucked up timeline. Apparently, this one is the timeline, though, where the jihad that might be instigated is potentially avoidable. To reach the Golden Path. So, I'm not sure how we're going to reach the Golden Path that way, but we also found thinking machines already on Arrakis. Which leads me to believe that the thinking machine's arrival could unify humanity earlier in reality.
Maybe, yeah. Or aspects of them that exist and again unifying.
Oh wait, that's one of the new flares in the PV thing.
New flare?
Yeah. Here. These are new.
You know I can't see where we're going, right? Because my camera's locked to facing away.
There's a person to talk to.
Well, well, a stranger approaches. I'm hoping a friendly one. Pappy always said to hope for the best and keep a loaded weapon at hand for the worst.
Are you in a spot of trouble? I didn't want to trade with you in the slightest. Oh, she sells ores. Interesting.
Didn't expect to see you so soon. I'm plagued by swarms and swarms of pesky bandits. It's enough to boil.
So they added these sort of like characters. They'll shoot up flares when they need help, and they're like merchants. I heard you drive away, by the way, trader. Accept contract.
Happy hunting. Tell them Aliza said.
Did you accept their contract?
Didn't expect to see you so
I did.
The name's Aliza de Castile.
You seem pretty relaxed.
My pappy brought me to her. Besides, pappy.
Alright, your pappy can go straight to hell. Alright, drive me to the quest.
Where's the crest?
We need to tell 12 Eaqrab or 12 slavers. So these sort of like randomly generated quests is they'll basically give you some XP, some Solaris, and they'll either have you kill stuff or gather stuff or kill a boss.
You can do donuts.
Nice. So again, them adding more PvE stuff, because honestly, this whole world needs more building up, in my opinion. So the more stuff they add, the more quests they add to this, will actually make this area richer. I don't think they should add new zones. I think they should focus on making the zones they have richer with more stuff. Then they can add a new zone.
This thing does not control well.
Do not drive it over rough terrain. Stick to the open is what you'll find out.
So I guess we just have to kill these Eaqrab people up here?
Yep, just kill 12 of them. Are those Eaqrab? I think those are Dune men, aren't they? Or those are Sandflies, the communists.
Well, we'll find out in a sec.
Chikami! Ah! There's a scream crying out in agony. The little fish body's angry.
I give up.
You are forbidden from driving, it seems.
Yes, yes they are. Hello.
Damn it! He's dead. I do like the sniper lookout's helmet though quite a bit. I kind of wish you could get that as a cosmetic. Bino wants in the raffle. He wants to be in the giant fish raffle for March of the Giants.
You know, allowed to be though.
God damn! I made chicken drummies seasoned with barbecue seasoning rub, right? And then I used a little bit of Famous Dave's on it, and oh my gosh, my apartment still smells like it, and it's making me hungry, and I hate it.
Filled Gibbs's apartment with curry.
Sadly, the way I cook, the smell of the food sort of sticks around a bit, and so it's just like
I know what Kip's apartment needs a smell of: kielbasa and kapusta.
I need to buy more
Delicious.
fucking smell refreshener thingies.
No,
Go
you
as-
need kielbasa. You need fried kielbasa smell in your entire apartment.
It also smells a little bit like garlic, but because I made raviolis last night.
Ravioli.
Gave me the formula away.
And we did it. Contact the person.
I haven't done it. Maybe because I went too far away from you.
Perhaps.
Yep, now I got it. Because of probably proximity.
You have a point, Indio. I don't like the idea of albino things. I'll dilute it by adding my name. Too.
I already have a bucket fish on there. It'd be straight. I'd wouldn't want to pull a Semper and have bucket fishes and pocket fish.
I'm not on March of the Giants, so
There was a key card, Gibbs. Did you grab the key card?
No. Do I hear a ship above us? What the fuck? No, it's these hovering things, actually.
Yingles is already on the raffle.
But one thing I want them to do is add dungeons for the Eaqrab and the sandflies and the other crazies. The worm worshippers for us to fight. Because that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I think they should do a late game expansion. Not the next expansion, but have a whole expansion dedicated to like a thinking machine uprising on Arrakis. That'd be super cool.
And that might be the direction the story ends up going, Gibbs, for all we know.
Maybe do that in a more later game where they give you the pulse swords and stuff needed to fight the thinking machines.
Yep, as like super late gear items. Because you'll need pulse swords and you need those, what do you call them, EMP grenades they use that stick
that
to
was a
them.
lot bigger than I thought.
Yeah, because otherwise you won't be able to cut through them.
Yeah, because they have their shields on.
And also, I'm guessing just from quick research, very durable bodies.
Yeah, thinking machines are very durable, yes. They should be very late game enemies, though. Like, we need to beat Sardaukar, like, often to be on that level.
Former Ghost also once on the raffle.
Ah, there we go.
Get in the cuck chair.
Dang. Also, Dono for Witch Doctor donates a membership.
He's swinging for Yinless. He wants to get those bounties.
Chatfishes. 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 What do chatfish taste like? Delicious sandwiches. Chat, I could really go for a fish sandwich.
Go left. Fully blocked the way at this point.
No. You just go left. I mean, people blocking the way is not surprising. They do that all the time. It's one of the reasons why I don't like... well, I don't mind certain players. Certain players build their bases and they make them nice. Some even make, like, bridges and stuff like that.
And then you have the box players, then ones that want to just block paths for people.
Me build box. They build their ugly little boxes to devalue our properties. But yeah, I think the sandflies could make a really cool enemy, especially because now that the houses are all involved on Arrakis and the War of Assassins is happening, I think that the whole idea of a communist uprising is actually very possible and could be very interesting antagonists you could make that way. Like charismatic populists who are trying to rally the workers against the houses and their, respective lords, and then you have to go and put them down before, like, it sweeps the planet and disrupt spice operations, because the guilds need you to basically deal with it. Or maybe even Shaddam him. No, I don't think. I wonder if we'll ever meet Shaddam the Fourth.
Ladies, you can get some membership.
They have artwork for him.
And
Think
you
of the
get
gift
currencies
membership.
for Witch Doctor and
It's Harlot.
Oh, that's Harlot. Oh, no. Oh my god, the name changes.
I also think they should do faction dungeons. So if you're Harkonnen, there's dungeons for fighting Atreides, and if you're Atreides, there's dungeons for fighting Harkonnen.
As
They could even do some dungeons where you can actually go into them as a Harkonnen to betray another guy. That's how they could recycle those dungeons. So it's like the reason why is because you're working for an Atreides officer or something, or a Harkonnen officer, and the quest line is why you can use that dungeon again is that specifically that guy's in the way and the other guy needs the other guy to be removed, or the other guy thinks he's a spy and he can't be trusted. That way they don't actually have like locked off content. The only locked off content you're gonna get is the house specific faction quests.
Yeah, they're both pounds. Perfect.
No, I don't really care. Christopher Walken was a terrible choice for Shaddam IV, in my opinion.
He was.
He's a bad Shaddam. He's probably one of the weakest Shaddam IV outside of the 1984 movie. The 1984 movie was also weak, but he's better than the one in the new movies. Christopher Walken was not a good choice. The best Emperor still is the Dune miniseries one. Though I would say that version of Fenring is very smarmy.
Yeah, that's a very bad version of Fenring.
Yeah, because Fenring in this one, I like Fenring and Fade in this. I think they're both good here.
Yes, these are some of the best ones.
Fenring in this one's a lot more intimidating.
Right for $5 is 78 cents away from the daily. Making good progress.
Yesterday's.
Oh, yesterday's.
They've really got to fucking figure out what they're gonna do with the Duke. Also, if you remember right, our faction quest for Harkonnen ended right as we basically met
Raban.
What's he called? The bull or the monster? I can't remember. The beast.
The beast.
Something like
I believe.
that. So we're gonna, in our next faction quest, I assume they're probably trying to nail down the VA for Raban, for the Harkonnen. I don't know what the Atreides probably introduced. I think if I had to guess, it's probably gonna be Duncan, Idaho, maybe? Or if it's not Duncan, Idaho, it might be Gurney, Alec. Gurney, Alec?
Probably
Gurney. Yeah. I assume that would be...
I'm not a fan of how, when you side with a faction, you can betray them, but then you can't ever go back.
Get locked out.
So
I don't really care all that much. Maybe because I don't care because I also intend to play through again from the beginning of the game.
Yeah, but
in the future.
Like, let me just swap back and forth. Yeah, I get the like logic of why you couldn't do it again because like, oh, they don't trust you. It's like, yes, but also the video game it a little this time.
Oh my god, the guild names are very special. The Atreides currently contributed Worm Juice, VG Damala, Damage Incorporated, The Spice Syndicate, the Benny and the Jesuits. Disciples of Shai Halud on Harkonnen.
Tiger says Christopher's just been playing Bugs Bunny his whole career. He even admitted it not that long ago.
House Discount Harkonnen, House of the Nyampress is still number 3 because of our guild members. Jesus Christ, guys. Our guild is, yeah, because we have a couple chatfishes that still play. You guys have managed to keep House of the Empress on top. Jesus Christ, on the top 5. Good job, chat bros. Dude, where's my buggy? Fucking fair question.
I like Benny and the Jesuits.
Benny and the Jesuits is quite funny, yes. I hate them. We cleaned up we pruned some of the members out of the guild. If you got pruned, just let us know and you want to come back. That's fine. We're gonna keep pruning the guild occasionally. If there's we don't need to prune it anymore. But we'll prune it occasionally to open up slots. Fincarn, you did get pruned because I haven't seen you in a while. But if you want to come back, just let me know. I miss my little taco fajita fish. I don't know where he went. He's been kind of busy, and I haven't seen him in a while. It makes me a little worried that Chatfishy got stuck.
This also means we might be able to merge in the sister guild.
We might.
If need be.
Though I don't know if Mamu and them want to, because remember, they did invest a lot of time into that. I think they would be a little upset if they had to tear it
Well, they
down.
still have their server.
Oh, yeah, true.
It's the guild itself, not them changing servers. They still have that. It's just...
yeah, true. You're right. The base doesn't actually change.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe next week we'll try some spice ops. We'll let some hotfixes and patches come out after this DLC. But I think we could probably organize a community event where we do some spice ops. And Vesti, you're gonna wanna see those. The VODs for those are pretty good. Sometimes not a lot happens. Sometimes we just get like a shit ton of things done. The one thing that I learned, though, is that the coalition I formed, because I did make it, it was my coalition, and I did disband it. At least I left it. I know other people left it too, but I left it because the other group members were... Everybody felt like they were contributing weirdly, and honestly, I think the other people were kind of... To be honest, I think they're pussies. They're a bunch of, like, bitches, is the problem I had with a lot of the coalition members, is that they're just weak. They're just weak. And so, we just dumped it. Can't trust them. Weakness is not welcome. Only Chatfish. And so our guild is no longer in a coalition with other guilds. We will kill all other guilds, because all other guilds are inferior to my guild. And they always have been. My Chatfish are the best. Chatfish are superior. Gregor's 27 pounds says, Raffle me up. Also, I forgot to check, but what was your impression of Vicky 3? Its launch was sad, but 2 is fun. I think Victoria 3 is improving in its economic side. I think Victoria 3 really has a long way to go for its warfare side. And some of the diplomacy stuff, I haven't really looked into the diplomacy stuff, how it works. Like, it's missing certain touches, like the newspaper and stuff like that system. There's a lot it really needs there. And it's clear that they're not abandoning it, but it's improved, without a doubt. But the warfare and naval systems are just kind of disappointing still in the current state of the way it is.
I want them to fix the economics first, because that was the part I enjoyed most.
Did you redeem that blueprint for the Seven Sorrows, Gibbs?
Oh yes, I should redeem it so I can get the cosmetic for it.
And well, it's not a cosmetic; it's a weapon. You should craft it then.
Well, once you unlock it, you also unlock the cosmetic for it, right? I believe so, right?
That's not a thing.
What? You can't... Made cosmetic. I'm crafting the sword.
Oh, I do. No, I do have the cosmetic for it already.
Yeah. Because I don't think it's better than my adept sword, but I'm not entirely sure. My adept sword does 59.7 damage and attack speed 105. 105 and 76.5. Yeah, it's incredibly inferior. It's incredibly... But I have the clone cleaver. Oh my god, that's so cool. Look at this. This clone cleaver sword looks awesome. I don't even know how I got that. Yeah, it's not a stick. It's a big, thick stick.
It's probably from us completing that thing.
It is.
There was... Actually, let me just check.
I think I might like the clone cleaver a bit more. But this also looks pretty cool. And this is from doing that thing.
So we got 2 armor skins and 4 weapon skins. So that's 2 of the weapon skins. What are the other 2?
We got armor skins from that dungeon?
Apparently.
Dune Man coverall, which is like the Dune Man set. The Dune Man set. If you're curious what the Dune Man set is, chat, the Dune Man set is literally just a Dune Harvester outfits for the harvesters on... they're called Dune Men. I got Phaedra's mask. Oh my fucking god, Phaedra's mask is cursed. I do like the Swordmaster goofy helmet. I was like, I see you, Chatfish. I'll stick to the Bene Gesserit stuff. The Planetologist stuff isn't bad either. Mentat. Getting all them cosmetics. There we go.
Ooh.
What? What's that set from?
The trooper chest plays.
Oh, you're checking out the trooper stuff. Yeah, that looks nice.
That's the heavy set.
Yeah, new armor sets are quite nice. I'm glad they're not doing the classic over-design nightmare.
Yeah.
Where things just get hyper over-designed and then you have to, like, fucking suffer. So...
So we know what 2 of the things are for the weapons.
We got the cosmetics.
What are the other 2?
Might have been rifles, might have been daggers. Rapiers, maybe?
It's not daggers.
My god, jumpers.
It's rapiers. No, it's the same skin though.
So chat, what did you think of the DLC? God, I love your way of thought. What do you mean? I'm very confused, Beastie. I don't know, but I like it. Your brain is so cool. Thank you. My brain is pretty neat. It does think.
He just wants to eat it.
It does think about interesting things. It does get hyper fixated on silly things, though. I will say that much. It does get hyper on frivolous details, and then I over obsess about that and do a lot of work on it. And if you guys don't notice those frivolous details I put into the writing stuff that we're producing for the Red Sun Dream and Embers of Fear, I'll be very sad.
You will cry.
Because I spent a lot of time working on some of that stuff, and I'm still not done. Meat bun. It was in reference to you claiming everyone else to be a wuss. Well, they kind of were. Like, so when I started, I'm like, okay, we're not going to engage Harkonnen, right? Because we don't want to hurt Harkonnen factions, because they're all part of the Landsrod, right? Because if we harm another Harkonnen guild and harm its economy, then by harming that guild, we'll be harming the greater whole of the faction. It's not a wrong way to think about things. In fact, I still kind of agree with the sentiment overall. However, the issue with it is that there were parts of like the coalition are like, oh, don't target neutrals. It's like, okay, well, maybe the neutrals are Harkonnen, is what I thought to myself. And, you know, I don't really want to grief people either. Because I just don't like griefing. But then, as I kept playing the game, everyone that I kept encountering in the deep desert is some form of asshole. And I reached a point at the end of my journey where I'm like, fuck them. I don't care. If they're not part of my audience, that's their problem. You should have been a chatfish. And because you're not a chatfish, you're going to die. You're going to die. If you're not a part of my audience, like, then you're not an ally. And I know that sounds fucking wild, right? Out of context, but like in this game. And so if they're not a chatfish, they don't matter. Kill them. Kill. And so, and then that just made everything easier. It's like, is that one of us? No? Open fire. Just kill him. Is that one of us on the spice field? Nope. Open fire. Kill him. And you know what? Kill them. Down them, blow them up, then have the worm eat their goddamn thopter. Let them know that if they mess with us, we're gonna fucking kill them, and we're gonna just get out of here. This is our spice field. You were here first? Too bad. We have more ships. We're gonna kill you. Get out. You can leave. Start running. You have until my rockets reach you to get out. You have until my rockets reach you. If you're not with me, you're again. That's basically what this game turned me into, because it's like the issue with like waiting is that they'll look at you and then they'll backstab you, or they'll not attack you, right? So it's like we'll go out in the deep desert and then like that guy won't attack us, but then he'll snitch on us and open comms, or snitch on us and tell somebody else that we're mining stuff. And so because we spared him, it didn't matter anyways, because he just told everybody where we were so that people could come and attack us, or like stuff like that. And so if you just go like, know what, fuck them, just kill them all, then you don't have to worry about it.
Kill them all and let Shahilud sort them out.
I have to start preparing for work, so I'll see y'all later.
Have a good one.
If they're not, take care. If they're not in our guild, they're an enemy. And if they're not firing on us now, they're waiting to, they're conspiring to backstab us. They're all out to get us. We are alone. It is us in a sea of madness and chaos. And that is the way the House of the Nyampress functions now. The only other guild we tolerate is our sister guild. And that is because they are an extension of us. The Church of the Nyampress is our religious and holy institution, and the blessed be our brothers and sisters in Church of the Nyampress. They are our only allies. Everyone else, we shoot them the fuck down. The Church of the Nyampress is the only other guild we tolerate existence, because they're part of the community. They're chatfish. They just couldn't fit in this guild, so we made a second guild so they could play with us too. And that's it. That's how we do it. If you're not in my guild, you're my enemy. Because you chose the wrong side. You should have been a chatfish. Sorry. You weren't a chatfish? Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. In a fun gaming way, right? Not to, like, actually, like, bully them out of the game. The big thing is our guild, we don't grief. We don't, like, go out of our way to, like, what's the word? Once we kill them, we're done with them. We kill them, we down you, we wipe out your Thopter. If you want to come back and tango again and try taking one of us out, go ahead. But if we win, we win. And then we move on. We don't just, like, lurk around. The only time we ever do that is when we're waiting for a sandstorm for a base that's been fucking with us for a while. Where we literally camped out in our little tents and then nothing happened, sadly. Because no sandstorm came. But what we ended up doing one time is we basically got our entire wings together when they first fucked with us. Oh my god, it was so funny. I forget what operation it was called. It was our first major operation. It was a bit of a foo bar. But we basically flew in and we fucking obliterated the people who tried to gank us. Like, we absolutely massacred them. I'm not a big fan of going after bases, but now that they've changed how the Deep Desert works, I think bases are fair game, honestly. I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Because guess what? If people want to solo, they'll just have built their base in a safe space. And if they built in the safe space, then that's where they are. All the good people are in the safe space. They're just playing the game, they're soloing, so we're not ganking when we're out there. The only people out there in the Deep Desert are bad people. They're people who need to die.
Evils.
Yes, and we need to do the right thing, chat. We need to kill them all. Let none of them live. Not a single survivor. Down every single Thopter, fucking worm it. Thump it and worm it. It's super satisfying.
Speaking of, I'm going to place a thumper.
You're just going to play with the thumper?
Well, I have to. It's a journey I never did.
The next...
Former Ghost gifts 10 memberships.
Thank you for the gift of memberships. Once I get some... Kib's Choice after my next Kib's Choice fund is complete, I'm going to switch it over to a new Dune Awakening thumbnail that's going to be PvP themed.
We still have the House of the Nyampress one to do.
That's true. Well, that's not a that's not a thumbnail, it's a wallpaper. I want that to be designed for wallpaper use. I mean, technically thumbnails are designed for both, but I have a specific idea for the PvP one.
Okay, because that one, it was marked as a thumbnail.
Oh, well. I mean, that's technically the same thing. Technically. But the PvP one I have in mind is basically Chatfish as air cav. It's beautiful. It'll be wonderful.
No Yinless or Semper temperature hit. The bounty grows, chat.
Oh, that's right. They're active bounties. I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
I do love this game.
Then.
I just wish there was more for me to do in it.
MGS1, put Morty on it, fit, and sandwich.
I don't really
Very generous, except for the sandwich part.
What do you Chatfish think? What do you... Actually, let's do a poll. I want to see. Now that I've got more fishes here, it'll be similar to the poll we did yesterday. We're going to basically interview bucket fishies and see what they want. Activate my Chatfish? Never. He's like, eep. Start screaming A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Former goes for you and me. But yeah, I think we'll probably do some Dune Awakening PvP. And we'll do Deep Desert Ops, and I think we'll go for just murdering. I think we'll aim for next week, assuming no game launches happen. So clear your tables, fishies, and for those who have this game, make sure you install it and get your Thopters ready, because we're gonna go
next week.
Yeah, that way it'll give people time. We'll do Desert Ops, and I think we'll do them like bi-weekly or something like that.
So Kibs,
what?
Isn't next week the Beast and Jump Space?
Yeah, we could still do a Desert Op later in the day, can't we?
Yeah, I was just saying, I know those two are coming out.
Yeah, they come out during the week, not the weekend.
That's true.
Yeah. Plus, I want to do it on the weekend so that Chatfish are available to play the game. Because, you know, chat can watch me at their work, or, well, some of them can, or they can watch me when they're driving, or no, you should be watching, you should be listening. Like, that's whatever. That's when I can do solo stuff. But multiplayer stuff should be done on the weekend when more of them are available.
Yeah, fair.
If you want to edit them together, VST, go be my guest. Yeah, I don't know.
I prefer to watch while driving. I make sure to hold it in front of my face so I can't see the road.
I think our airbase is pretty cool. I think we could use still another makeup overhaul, but I don't think we should waste time with that.
I still want to just make an entire new base, and I'm thinking,
where should we build it?
I'm thinking northeast. Because I really want to have it, like, potentially between two of those rock pillars and just kind of have it, like, centered. I have an idea. I just need to find a spot and build it.
You could kind of put it near the Harko base down there. You're going to put it, like, in the middle there.
My intention is to have it someplace close to the edge. So we can come in and out easy.
Okay, so probably near the Harko base on the right. Because
I could.
And the Hog
It's
is
just
close
finding
to the
a
exit?
spot. Ooh, actually. Because I also have to find a spot that isn't blocked. Like, because, you know, it doesn't always let you build. Also, that thumper did not summon a worm.
It might not be deep enough in the sand.
It's where a ship crashed, so it should be.
Oh, it might not summon a worm right away because maybe... Or there might not be worms nearby. Remember, the worms actually kind of... I think they have to navigate over now.
I hope they actually made it like that, because them teleporting deep desert is cancer.
Yes. I hope they patched that. Because what was cool about the beta, when we played this, it was so sick, is that the worms had to actually traverse to get to where they wanted to go. Is that your Thopter out there, or is it just a Randy?
That's me diving. This person's base is slowly being reclaimed, I think.
That's good. Oh, there's a worm. Yeah, this game is really fucking cool.
A large sandstorm is approaching.
Oh, there's a sandstorm coming from the west.
Now, what is Opossum's tags? We're almost to yesterday's goal.
Goddamn, we're gonna start baking, son. But I want to look at the map. That's okay. Just a little bit of water. It's no big deal. Falls over dead.
There he goes.
Yep. He just ate the thumper. It looks like he didn't go for the ship. We went for the thumper.
He targeted on the thumper, but it also took the ship.
Yep, because he was close enough to it.
I already looted the ship, so there was nothing there.
I do think the sandstorms are pretty cool. Like, it moves fast, doesn't it? Ow! That actually...
What do you mean now? You can't hurt people anymore.
Yeah, that's what it said, but I saw damage. Okay, no, I don't. Man, I kind of hate that they removed that. That was so amazing when I took out, like, an entire squad of people with my fucking...
The problem was there was no way for a player to fight back at all.
There wasn't. It was amazing, though.
A large sandstorm is approaching.
Doesn't change that it was amazing. Alright, we might want to get back inside, I think. Yup, she's coming. Oh, Lord, she coming, Chatfish. Like, Chatfish.
Maybe I'll scout out a spot today. I might scrap. Oh yeah, you can still see dust inside. Why did the door open?
What?
The door opened the second the sandstorm hit. And all the dust in.
Probably. I should learn the recipes in my pocket.
I should also give you your booster. You want storage for your little wheel bike?
Yeah, isn't it in the... Wait, it's inside the base, right?
I don't know. It's wherever you parked it.
Oh shit, where do we park it? I hope it's not in the sandstorm. If it's not in this...
Should be inside.
Yeah, I think it's in the garage downstairs.
Actually, I'll just craft the storage and throw the booster and chair inside.
Oh, there it is, yep. Welcome stream, Skull Eater. This DLC just proves the point that the game has been early access all this time. I mean, yeah. It's sadly kind of the case for a lot of AAA games. Well, it's not AAA, it's AA. But it kind of proves the point, though, that a lot of these companies are kind of like that. Same goes for Helldivers, right? Like, they just added the first boss for the Terminates. Well, there's no boss for the Illuminates either, nor the Automatons. The big thing for me is that, okay... Because, yeah, let's analyze the DLC real quickly. Because he raises a good point. And I did talk about this briefly before. But the DLC adds a quest that starts over here called the Lost Harvest. And the quest then is... It's relatively low-level quest, right? Basically, you get out of the Haga Basin, and it's geared and set for being like a relatively low-level when you're early into the game, right? And then it sort of takes you up over here, and then you do some dungeons over there, and then you do some dungeons over here, and then it ends. The entire Lost Harvest DLC has more value if you're low level, because you can experience it alongside all the other quests. And so what it's doing is it's saturating the world with more quests. Dungeons that didn't really have anything now have something to do with them narratively. This area over here now has a narrative story to it. They also added some procedural quest locations where sometimes you'll see guys fire up flares and you can do quests for them now. So the world's starting to populate with more quests. You are right. In a couple years' time, this game, this whole area, will be amazing to play through from the beginning of the game again. But the issue is that it's not that way right now, is it? Haga Basin only has like the Plantologist quest, and it has like some of the starting quests over there and over here. But beyond that, and the basic like desert quests, there's not a whole lot to do there. I imagine as time goes on, they're going to continue to add more and more quests and more things to the game, and eventually, for those who play it in maybe like a year or 2 years time from now, are going to play this game and be like, oh my god, this is fucking nuts how much content there is. Holy shit, right? Now, granted, I have 100+ hours in this game. I think I do. Let's go and check, shall we?
Put the storage on. You have to recolor your
Oh,
thing,
yeah, I
though.
do. I have about 218 hours in Dune Awakening. I have a decent amount of playtime. Not crazy, but I think I've completed all the content there is. I also engaged with the Deep Desert, and I beat the game around the 70-hour mark. Right? This DLC added about 9 hours, including the Chapter 2 storyline, to the game. And you are right, it's not done. For example, there's no new storylines for the Harkonnen or Atreides storylines. And we're going to have to wait till they add that. They're just not available yet.
Oh, Lord of Unspoiled give choice, so that gets you a pocket fish on March of Giants.
I technically haven't completed all these, but I also don't particularly care. So these weird little challenge things. But I think in a few years' time,
on Discord.
This game's going to be really amazing. I still like this game quite a bit. And I like the Lost Harvest DLC, and I also like the fact that the developers took the criticism, and they took it well. Like, yep, we fucked up. We're going to basically give you all the map stuff, and we're going to basically give you a bunch of new set pieces as a basically apology. You know, we miscommunicated, and they owned up to their mistake.
And the Twitch stuff is going to be unlockable in game.
Yep, you don't have to watch Twitch streams to get the content, which is good. I may be a streamer, I may make content for a living, but I really don't think, and I've never liked Twitch drops. I've never liked them. I hate them. I fucking hate them, chat. It's like you lock content around Twitch streams to go into Twitch drops, like, honestly, I can sell myself on my merit. And if you can't sell yourself on merit of being a good streamer and being a good content creator, then maybe you shouldn't be a content creator. You shouldn't have to sell yourself on, you gotta watch to get my Twitch drops and my keys. I don't really care about that. Whenever I do raffles because it's my money I'm giving away back to chat. Me giving back to the community. I prefer to do it that way. But maybe it's just because, I don't know, maybe I've got a lot of opinions, I guess. How me and my friends get Twitch drops is select random stream and mute it in the background, Lamau. Yeah, that's exactly it. Like, you're not going to gain new viewers anyway, so it doesn't really help. Like, it's a completely false system. Like, it's dumb. Before I became a streamer, I did the same thing. Or I just started streaming the game myself and then just clicked on it and waited. And let it cook.
Ooh.
I don't like locked content, I don't like cut content, and I think that everyone should experience the game at the same time. I also hate early access to games. I do. Well, as a content creator, yeah, it's nice, but fuck it. If you're gonna do a beta, give everyone access. No, not just streamers, everybody. Because the thing is, I want games to be better. And in order for games to be better, we all need to be able to give feedback. And if we can all give feedback, the game's going to be a better game. More feedback is good. As a game developer, this is true. More feedback, more criticism, more like, you know, this is a bug over here. There's an edge case problem over here where I jump and hop over there. I can like glitch out of the map. Okay, good to know. Let's patch that bad boy out. Or maybe like there's an exploit where somebody built a base. It's high in the sky, and you know they're like using it to exploit the game. All right, good to know. Let's fix that. Bada bing, bada bam. That's the benefit of testing. That's the benefit of having more people. Lord of Possum does $5 says, will there be any plant-based monsters in your game? That'd be spoilers if I told you. Thank you for the donation. There are plant-based things, though. I will tell you that much. I'm not going to go into too many details.
Did you answer Matt Blankenbacher's question?
I don't want to... hold on. Oh, yeah. He says, what kind of mold, poisonous plants, and the like are in Terrestria? There's a lot, and I don't have any of it have art, or it's not canon yet. Meaning it's in what we call a loose state. A loose state means that it's not solidified into canon, meaning that I don't really want to present things that are what we call liquid, if you will. It's still malleable, meaning that I haven't fully committed to the idea, and so that's the stuff I don't wait on. Like we're working on this really cool monster Carlos is working on for one of the upcoming factions for you guys, and it looks really cool. And I might show it occasionally to a few people to get some ideas on what their reactions are to it, but I'm going to be very not like posting it publicly. And I've already posted it to several people privately to get feedback on it. And some people have given me the reactions, and I gauge my responses there in a closed environment, and then once I'm happy with what I see and what I want, then I take it to public. But that's just how I like to do things. Maybe it's because I'm a little bit autistic.
Just low. So Gibbs, see the other colors on the bike.
What other colors? I'm sorry. Huh?
I don't have any. I can't edit it. You'd have to.
Oh, they're about all the same. Why? You want me to use heretical
I'm
color
just curious.
schemes?
Well, also the storage isn't colored on it. The storage being the fat butt on it.
I don't think I can color it. I colored everything. Clicked on it.
Click and held.
Yeah. I guess it's just that color.
I did get a new sand bike cosmetic.
Oh, Great Malgus
Which is
raises
neat
an
looking.
interesting point. Let's read this. All right, 1 second. I got it. I don't have glasses, so I have to lean in a little bit closer. This is adding interesting points to the conversation. He says, the reason why they don't... Oh, excuse me. Hold on. Let's need a sip. He wrote a couple paragraphs. No, I got it. The reason why they don't do public test buildings, or builds, I'll just help with that, as often, solely due to the massive influx of useless complaints. This is actually very true. In the tickets themselves, a good example would be Back 4 Blood, closed and open beta, and also other games like No More Room in Hell. There's also Cyberpunk 2077, if you've heard about that one as well, where a lot of the feedback and tickets that they got were from bad testers. This is bad QA, usually, or not bad question and answer, sorry. This is bad testers, is actually the real answer here. Bad testers are a real and legitimate problem. They tend to get ruined by general public opinion and tend to rush devs, especially when deadlines are added. Yes, this is something that we've talked about before on this channel, but you raise an excellent point. Yeah, that is a huge problem. Shitty testers and shit testing and not reading is a huge problem. We're not going to name names, Chumba, but this has happened even with our game, because I don't want to single anybody out. But
I wasn't going to.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying it just for the sake of saying it. But Chumba will sometimes work on, like, the tabletop for the tabletop adaptation of our video game, right? And the tabletop war game, sometimes we'll get bad feedback, too. This happens from time to time. It happens everywhere. It happens to everyone. One case in point that happened with us was somebody basically had given feedback and critique, but without actually having read anything. And so, without having read anything, or actually truly comprehended the actual rules, the critique was pointless because the complaints were already actually addressed in the actual rules. They just didn't read it. And so what it creates is useless noise that Rapier has to read, and then he's got to waste time reading it, only to analyze it, only to realize that this critique actually is already addressed. The person who had wrote it didn't read the rules. Now, we do get lots of actually good critique from the tabletop team, by the way. But it happens a lot with new testers who are not experienced with the game. Usually new testers is often where I see this happen and where I see Chumba talk about it too. People who, A, don't care that much, or B, don't show that much care. You are also right. Great Malgus points out something that I had almost completely forgotten about people not caring and deadlines. So, our game has been in development for a long time, but we only have one programmer, right? So it's going to take a couple of years to get done. And that's one of the big problems. But you'll often run into a lot of people like, where's the game? Why isn't the game done? Where's the game? Why is the game not done? And this creates pressure. This puts pressure on people who support, and you'll sometimes get people who donate and support your project, but expect the game to be out in a reasonable time. It's very important to be honest and be like, hey, this is a passion project. This is going to take a long time, And if you don't like that and you want something out in relatively recently, this is sadly not going to be the thing for you. We're building a franchise. We're not really building a pump and dump. We're here to stay, and we've dedicated our lives to working on this project. If you like that, awesome. Welcome aboard. If you don't waste your money here. You're not going to be happy with the results, because the results you're going to be contributing towards will not be instantly gratifying. You're not going to see it next year, not going to see it in a couple of years. You're going to see it built up over the course of our time working on this project. Where's the game keep? Yeah, exactly. And that's the important thing. And you need to convey that. Not everybody, even if you try to convey it, not everybody will listen to you. They didn't have progress on the thing. Well, our programmer streams him working on the game every single day. But do they watch those? Do you watch those program streams? You'll ask. No, I don't. Okay. Okay. The reality is you kind of have to accept the fact that not everybody is going to put in time to. I don't have time to look. And it's like, okay, well, I get it, that, and it's like, that's fair criticism. How can we work with that? And that's fair critique. And then what you do is like, okay, maybe we every month or so, maybe a couple of weeks, or maybe bi-monthly, we do a stream where we just have the programmer come on stream and we'll talk about the state of the game, how far, and what he's working on, and what he's worked on so far. That was actually a good compromise. That was a good critique from one of our community members by the name of Todd. That was a Toddley suggestion. And so you actually have him to thank for the reason why we started doing developer streams every once in a while. Because I had been under the impression that maybe it would be best not to talk about the game too much until the game has something what in my opinion, was worth showing. I was wrong. We have tons of stuff that's worth showing that you guys actually wanted to see. And I made a bad call. And so I rectified that, and I made the right call, and I adjusted it to Todd Lee's criticism, and now we do... Every once in a while, we interview a different member of the development team to talk about the status of the game, where we are working on it, and a little bit of history about working on it, and what they're currently working on, if it's not spoiler-related, obviously, right? And that has actually helped out quite a bit. The team actually really enjoyed it. Improved team morale and spirit seemed to soar, because the team members are always nervous about what people will think about what they're working on, right? They're working on it, and nobody gets a chance to see it, and so they're worried that nobody's going to like it. And it's understandable, because I even have those fears too. Like, oh, what if they don't like it? You know, it's in the back of your mind. You're going to think about it, you know? Doesn't matter that if, you know, people that you showed it to in, like, closed groups are like, yeah, this is really good. It's like, yeah, but, like, what if they're wrong? What if, like, everybody hates it? You know? It creeps up in the back of your mind. But you can't let those little tiny thoughts distract you from what you need to be doing. And you also can't let yourself get overly consumed by external opinion either. You need to have a clear, concise vision. This is what Malgus brings up as well earlier. And that's why I really, really like what you say, because it's actually super important. It's actually, honestly, there should be more talks about stuff like this. Like, you know, developers being pressured into acting sooner than later. This is true. People will scream very loudly about a game doing something and cancel a video game or a developer all the time. But they were never going to buy the game anyways. That's because developers are human beings, and human beings are susceptible to peer pressure, external pressure. It can erode a team's morale. The team working on this game is probably very disheartened seeing the Lost Harvest DLC at mostly negative and seeing the reviews on the decline. That probably hurts them. It would hurt me in the same way, as I'm human too. I want you guys to like what I work on, and I know that they do too. And it's one of those things where you can get this disconnect between the developers and the players, and you can form this, and this is where anti-player bias comes from a developer standpoint, but there's also an anti-developer standpoint, that bias that can develop from the player's perspective. These two groups both want the same thing, usually. And this is why communication is so important. It's on both parties, by the way. It's on both the players to communicate honestly and try to be as respectful as possible, just like it's on the developer side to do the same, right? I know, ironic, considering in the Metal Gear stream I was fucking raging at. I was like, whoever designed the level should die! Oh my god. The sorrow, it broke me as a human being. It did. I didn't think I would, but the sorrow did teach me sorrow. And I never want to play that section of that game again, even though I actually enjoyed parts of that game. That section, oh my god. Oh my god. But it's important to remember after you're out of the zone, right? Once you're done playing the game, once you've had a moment to simmer down, to decompress and relax a little bit. I need to after every stream, and I usually need to after every game, because I'm only human, after all. You made a hologram of the goofy little thing.
Oh, I've also, there's some new decorations in your room. New from, like, the DLC.
Where?
Well, you got this thing here. You got a special chair over there.
Ah, new cuck chair. Nice. I like how that's positioned just away from the bed. Perfectly. I hate that. I hate that chair. That chair's positioning is upsetting. There shouldn't be a chair in the bedroom. Chairs in the bedroom are not a good...
You can sit in it. Look, it's a harvester captain chair.
You sit in the
harvesting?
chair. Yeah, watch you harvesting. You're harvesting Earth's womb. If they just made it where everyone was PvP after a certain level. What? Melga says, well, I feel like Dune Awakening was going to fail solely pure due to the focus being on MMO, and then it was 2 split zones, PvP, PvE, late game. I feel like a lot of it could have been prevented. I feel like you're actually right. I think there's a compromise we could reach here that could actually see a lot of parties happy. There will not be, certain people will never be happy, right? The people who like ganking love ganking, but that's toxic, so let's not worry about them because they're going to actively kill the player base anyways. But I think PvP could work in this game, but I think they need to take a page from other MMOs. I think what they need to do is make PvP not required for content progression, not required for gear progression either. PvP should be a thing where you enter it, and your gear and your items are protected. And you generate resources, and the resources you generate are purely for cosmetic PvP armor sets. That's what it should be. And maybe it's like cosmetic PvP building sets and stuff like that. And like the PvP zone should be restructured into factional. Atreides versus Harkonnen, and each guild that contributes on either side, you know, helps generate more points, get some extra like bonuses or commendations, or like, hey, they're on the top of the leaderboard, you know? Because the reality is that I get that some people want progression, so we can add progression stuff for it, like cosmetic, but I think locking tier 6 gear behind the deep desert and having to engage with the deep desert mandatory-wise was a disastrous decision. The deep desert can be enjoyable if you give it the chance to be enjoyable and try to take it for what it is, but you can see the problem with it. It's at odds with the base game of Haga Basin. The game has spent its entire existence building up this PvE flavored and tailored experience. Yeah, there's PvP and, you know, the crash ship zones, and you're introduced to it relatively early in the Western Vermilius Gap region, because that's the first crash ship that is, but the very first ship isn't a PvP zone, the wreck of the Acleon. And only the wrecks of the Acteon and the wreck of the Palace is PvP on the next zone, and then obviously every zone after that. But I really think they need to separate the PvP into a different category and really just focus on making the PvP straight up PvP. The reality is that they're thinking of things like, they're thinking in, I think, the wrong mindset. I think they're focusing too much on, what's the word? They're focusing on like the Rust thing, right? And this game is not Rust. You shouldn't be focusing on Rust. You should be focusing on making Dune Awakening like its own thing. You're following in someone's footsteps, but in order to follow in someone's footsteps, you need to understand why they did what they did. Yes, they have an open world PvP, you can build bases and you can attack each other's bases and stuff. But what if instead you had a thing where you built Harkonnen bases on hard points and players work together to build these bases, and then, like, you know, there's like turrets and defenses, and you have to defend them against Atreides, like sort of like a conquest that combines building and constructing with attacking and defending. Once you destroy the Atreides base, it's basically protected because a Harkonnen ship flies in and will blast any Atreides guy who walks in over the region from orbit, right? And then it'll leave once you've secured the zone by building a little base there, and then it's vulnerable to attack because in lore, Harkonnen ships have to go patrol in space in orbit above Arrakis or something, you know, et cetera, because of the, you know, the conventions of war or whatever. I don't know. All right, let's see what Melga says. There's also a cool concept they could have gotten away with. Make each server a contestable thing for each of their guilds, encouraging players to move server to server so it feels more breathing real time. I mean, they might be able to do that. It really just depends on what that means in terms of like the game and how their structure works. I just think that the PvP thing needs a massive overhaul. Just like I think gunplay needs a massive overhaul, just like I think the melee combat needs to continually be built on. What they have now is better. They've got a basic heavy attack for penetrating shields, light attacks for stagger, and then they have, you know, your dodge, and then your time block, time parry, and you're just standard blocking, and that's it. They could use a bit more in the way of like how it works, because right now when you're playing in PvP and melee, it's just heavy attacks. It's stamina drain, which you'll notice my 3 abilities, which is this, that for grabbing them, and this for getting them to come over here. It's all basically either draining their stamina or taking control or stunning them, because the core design of the PvP seems to be around stunning because of how the shield mechanic works and stamina drain. At least from my experience thus far. I think the PvP is weak in terms of like actual ground combat, and I think the PvP excels at actual vehicular combat. I think the vehicle combat's better, but I think the vehicles need more weapons. Like, you know, we have rocket pods, but can we have maybe some sort of like, you know, las guns on some of the vehicles, or could we have maybe like some sort of dart cannons, like a Vulcan cannon for darts, like you know, just like thump them and stuff. And like more weapons, or this ship, for example, could this ship be given like that little circle thing? Could it be given a top gunner seat and then have multiple guns on this vehicle, or like a bottom gunner seat, so it's got like a forward chin-mounted gun or something like that, you know what I mean? So that you have multi-crewable vehicles. I think the vehicle combat is much stronger in PvP than the ground combat is, personally. Mostly because I find ground weapons to be kind of pointless, and I think they should focus a lot more on group-based PvE content as well for groups and guilds, like dungeons and raids. Yes, please. But also make it possible for the solo players not to be excluded from that content. How do we do this? Easy solution on paper, but it's going to take a little bit of elbow grease. Allied NPCs. You do a dungeon or a raid, it'll spawn you some bots that'll play with you alongside you so that you can engage with the content too. This way, the single player players and solo players are not left out, or the small 2-man or 3-man friend groups aren't excluded from raids like they are in World of Warcraft. We need ways to make sure that each player can engage with each base of content. That way, they're not doing updates like World of Warcraft does or other MMOs are stuck in doing, where they make content but not everybody can engage with the content because not everybody wants to play it, right? This is why I think even making the PvP zones even have bots would be not a bad idea. Integration of NPCs serve a massive role in basically offsetting the fact that maybe some players don't want to engage with certain things certain ways. Because the big thing is that if you look at, like, I'll take another genre, RTSs, for example. A lot of people who play RTSs actually much prefer, based on polling and data done extensively by various communities, prefer single-player campaigns or PvE-based content over PvP. PvP is one of those things that people like to watch, but not everybody likes to play. And it's understandable. PvP can be a bit stressful, and, you know, you had a rough day at work, and you kind of want to unwind. You don't really want to get heated over a game, right? I get you. I hear you. And I think developers should hear you too. I think there are compromises that we can make. Well, I don't know why I say we. I'm thinking like we as in the grand we in terms of like other developers. Where you, if you were making a multiplayer game. I'm not even making a multiplayer game. But either way, I think there are compromises multiplayer devs can make in order to make multiplayer experiences have single-player content. Because you'll find that the best MMOs throughout human history, World of Warcraft, for example, have more single-player content and PvE content than they have PvP content. And that has always been true. The minute they stopped recognizing that was the minute the game started only adhering to the loudest minority, which was either the esports crowds for some communities or the PvP crowds for others. And what that often does is it silences the other groups because they get shouted out of the community, and they don't see community and content being built up for them. So what do? They leave. What happens when they leave? They're gone. Their voice that was there gets smaller. And as it gets smaller, so too does the game's like overall PvE content. They don't really start making it anymore because there's nobody talking about it. Nobody's really requesting anything. It seems like it's a minor portion of their audience. And that's partially true. It's a bad feedback loop. A lot of those people left. And because they left, now they're gone. I didn't realize we talk about gaming theory, but here we are. These streams are...
I finished decorating your room.
Oh, okay.
Also, our neighbor's base is slowly being reclaimed. I'm walking through it now.
Oh, the one downstairs? Or the one down below us?
The one east of us.
Decompress says FF14 has bots in some content, and it worked. You will get it done, but not as fast. But at least you will get it done. Yep, that way you're not excluded from the content because you chose to play single player. God forbid none of your friends wanted to play the game, right? God forbid your friends don't like MMO RPGs or sandbox games. Some of my friends don't like these style of games. Some of them prefer to play solo. I think that we should make content and make each bit of content in a game like this accessible to smaller groups and single player groups as well. That way they aren't left behind. But I feel like they're also neglecting group-based content as well. The dungeons are only really geared for 4 people, and even then it feels like they're not very balanced or tuned for that either. I think that they need to make the dungeons a little bit harder. And in order to do that, I think what they should do is have the ability to toggle a setting. Like, okay, I'm just solo playing, like, don't make the dungeons hard for me. Or I'm playing in a group like I do. Sometimes, I don't always do it. Where the dungeons are a little harder and the enemies are a little bit more interesting. And I think they should really be focusing on expanding the NPC content. I think they might be getting focused a bit too much on the deep desert because they had this dream of what the deep desert would be, but reality is a bitch. And reality says that the deep desert is not the endgame content. We know this because the player fall off is massive, and the amount of people that engage with the deep desert adverse to Haga Basin is severely in obviously proportions of the Haga Basin. I know vast majorities and large sections of my guild do not particularly care about the PvP content. And you know what? That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. The PvP content should exist, and there should be PvP content for PvP enjoyers, of course. But to lock the progression of the game behind the PvP barrier is not only foolish, but incredibly self-harming. Because the entire game is its first 30 to 60 hours of gameplay, basically getting to a Thopter, is about teaching you about single player and PvE, and doing quests and dungeons, and vibing to the Communinet's radios. You know, you can listen to these broadcast stations and listen to music and radio plays.
Have they extended any of those?
I don't know if they've updated them at all. What they could do is, from getting more music, is they could actually get the OSTs for... They got the, I think, Dune 2, and they think they have the original Dune games OSTs because they're basically free. But they should reach out to EA, and they should reach out to EA, and ask for the Dune 2000 and ask for the Emperor Battle for Dune tracks. The Emperor Battle for Dune game will add over an hour and 30 minutes, I think, of actual music. Not including Dune 2000. That would be sick. And also there's some really good, really good tracks in there. I think they should do a crossover with EA where they even add House Ordos like cosmetics. I think they could. I think that Funcom should reach out to EA and ask for that. I think EA would probably be okay with doing that. You know why? They don't... I mean, it's going to make money. Worst case, they say no, and then all the Funcom does is drop that publicly. We tried, but they said no. All right, now it's on EA's head. There you go. You know, that's what you get for being stupid. That's what you get for being... But yeah. Let's see. This has actually been a really interesting conversation, hasn't it? Blizzard has also complained immensely about putting PvP in WoW since they can't balance the classes with their specs for PvE because of PvP. Since some specs are very powerful in PvP but weak in PvE. Yes, this is the reality. When you make a PvE game and you add a PvP thing, what you've created is you've created 2 separate games. How do you solve this question? The answer is not easy. It is the reality, because nobody's going to be happy. My solution to this problem: separate the PvP skills from the PvE skills. Make it so that your PvE class does not behave the same way as PvP. Redo the skill trees of each class in here, and any other classes you add, so that this is the PvE tab. Click a button, and this becomes PvP tab. And now it's balanced for PvP. You cannot have PvE and PvP seamlessly merged together. We know this, we've been over this, and we know historically because PvE and PvP, they simply do not mesh. Look no further than StarCraft 2. StarCraft 2 separated the PvE and PvP as well. They even removed some of the campaign vehicles, but the campaign's balance remained the same. This is actually a good thing with a capital G. PvE cannot be balanced the same way as PvP because it won't be fair and it won't be fun. You rebalance certain things, and there are some RTSs that do this, where you download a patch that retroactively changes the balance of some things, and it fucks up the campaign or the single-player content because it ruins the campaign's balance. You can't do that. You're gonna fuck up the game's balance. It's okay for PvE to be different than PvP, because often PvE players normally don't play the campaign that much or care about it as much as the PvE players. I play Warcraft 3 occasionally, and I really enjoy the campaign, but I don't really care for the PvP. I do PvP in games, but I don't always do them in every game I play. If I play Battlefield, I like PvP. If I play the March of Giants beta that I've been playing, I'm open to playing closed PvP with my audience, but I'm not really sure about randoms, you know. But that's how it is, you know. We prefer different things. We like different things, and it's important for developers to understand this. Destiny 2 tried to separate the stats for PvP and PvE, and it still ended up a mess. They just ended up making an artificial meta every season by making stuff stupidly OP.
Yes, they intentionally made things a metas, and the entire purpose was to force people to have to grind content every season.
That's very bad design.
By heavy nerfing stuff and then buffing other things.
So,
like entire weapon categories.
What that's going to effectively do is that's going to basically make people not engaged. You need to have the Battlefield mindset. You need to have the Battlefield Quake Arena Unreal Tournament. PvP is something you can just jump into and play, and the PvP gear should kind of all be standardized. Like, if you want a truly balanced PvP experience, this fucking gear stuff here shouldn't exist. Nor should any of that. Like, you want to create an actual fun PvP experience, you need to separate it. You not only do you need to separate it, but you need, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, by the way, I could be wrong, and I probably am on some things, but in my opinion, you just need everybody to have the same gear, the same stats, the same abilities, and that's going to make more balancing. Like, Bene Gesserit class is Bene Gesserit class, and that they have their gimmick, and they're about, like, doing this ability, and you got your support class, the Planetologist, and he's about doing his thing, you know? And you have your Trooper class, he's about, like, he has heavy weapons. And that's it. That's how it should be, at least in my opinion. You standardize it, you stabilize it, and then you make it in such a way that it's not gear-based at all. Because having gear is a problem. I know that because I played World of Warcraft PvP and I did a lot of that. And gear-based PvP is a problem. You're not on top of your seasons, you're gonna get fucking stomped by the guy who knows a fucking inkling about what he's doing, and he has slightly better gear than you. It doesn't matter. Skill won't matter. If he knows the bare minimum of what he's doing, because it's a stat game, it's gonna be a stat game. That's why PvP gear should just be a flat thing you wear, and maybe it's the only thing you can adjust is cosmetics. And there's no variation in its stats. All Bene Gesserit class characters wear the same stat valid items. Same goes for Trooper. And they have access to the same PvP abilities. You've got to standardize it. It's the only way you're going to make ground combat balanced. Because you know why Ornithopter air combat somewhat works? Is because the only thing that separates an Ornithopter from another Ornithopter is its tier level. So if it's a Mark 5 v Mark 5, it's just down to skill. If it's a Mark 6 versus Mark 5, though, you see the problem? It's down to that other guy's got faster climbing. Now he's going to dance circles around you. What are you going to do? Nothing. If he knows anything about how to play the game, it doesn't matter if you're very good. If he knows the basics of just climb, he wins. Now, granted, yeah, some people don't know that, but if you know the basics of air combat, he who has highest altitude wins, then that's just how it be. He has higher altitude, you're dead. Like, more often than not. And that's just like a valid fact. And that's how Dune Awakening's air combat works. If you can climb higher, you can kill. If you can't climb, you get killed. And that's how you fix. How do you fix that? You fix that by simply just making it so everybody has the same PvP gear. That's why screw the Deep Desert, make the Deep Desert into like something else, and then make it like a PvE thing, and then make like a PvP war zone that you fight over. And the war zone is just territories on the map that give you access to unique cosmetics if you win. And that's it. And the whole thing about doing PvP is just, it's fun. Why do people play Battlefield 6? Do they play it just to unlock weapons? Maybe some people. But to be brutally honest, I only played it because it was fun. And if it wasn't fun, I don't want to play it. Because I don't really want to play PvP games just to grind up stats and stuff. I don't give a shit about that. I kind of just think that, if I were to be brutally honest, I think the Battlefield should go back to the way it used to be and just be like, okay, here's this country versus this country. And there's nothing to unlock besides cosmetics. And that's it. And the cosmetics are completely, you know, like different camos, and that's it. It's not like radical, like, look like a fucking, you know, pop star or some cringe ass shit like that. Keep it in universe, keep it in setting. The only kind of crossovers I'll stomach usually is things like Helldivers 2, where it's like, okay, this fits the setting, and so it's close enough. And it's like, okay, I'll be alright with that. I don't want to see Nicki Minaj or fucking, you know, goddamn Leonardo DiCaprio and fucking anything. I just don't care. I don't play video games to fucking look at real life people. If I wanted to do that, I'd just go to the grocery store. Just gonna think of it, like, it's just not worth it.
Wow, Kibbs is casually dropping that he goes to the same grocery store as Nicki Minaj and all these other famous celebrities.
It's true, Great Malgus. They did Murph it. I do think that they can still fix a lot of this. I think this game has hope, and this game is good even now. By the way, these complaints I have are not end all. You can get 60 hours to 70 hours plus the DLC and the single player content of just good single player content fun without having to engage with the deep desert in the fucking slightest. That's good. 60 to 70 hours of fun content with a friend. That's a pretty good deal in my opinion. But I think this game could get a lot more than that, and I think this game could easily eclipse that number and double, if not triple it, if they just focus a bit more on certain aspects and qualities. Qualities that I think would not only just make the game better for everyone, but also improve the game's overall experience. Focusing on overhauling the melee combat a bit more. It's better. It's better than Conan. It's better than what it was in the beta that Chumba had played, and the beta that we had played. But it still needs work, and focusing on improving the range combat. But yeah, that's just my opinion, and you know, maybe not everybody shares it, but I figured I'd share it because I'm passionate about this game, and I like this game, and I hope Funcom do well. I genuinely do, because for the longest time I didn't expect them to produce anything of value. And I hate to say it, but like a lot of the games I played, I just didn't really care for. I felt like they were kind of lazy, or they just didn't really feel like they had their heart in. Like they were trying, but they just didn't know how to do it, maybe. Lack of skill, perhaps. This is the first time I played one of their games in which I not only really, really like it, but I genuinely had some unforgettable experiences with friends in this game that I will carry with me to my grave. And I'm very glad that I played this game and had those, and I hope to have more in this. And I think that this game could have a lot more, and I hope this game does more, because I want Funcom to succeed with this. I want them to make a great game and continue to be polishing what is already a pretty good game and turn it into an absolutely legendary game of this era. That's just my opinion. That's my opinion, chat. I hope you like it. Okay.
It's just a Kib opinion.
But I do think it is time to prepare to raid into the next stream now that I've completed this whole ramble. We'll continue this conversation in the next stream as well. If you guys want, you can bring it up over there. I just need to have a drink, and I need to warm up some raviolis in the microwave because I'm a little hungry. And I made some raviolis, so I'm just gonna...
Do we want to do the raffle before the next stream?
Oh yes, we gotta do a raffle. I'll cover my screen. I'll close the game though.
Okay. You also stopped streaming.
Oh yeah, because I clicked away from the screen. That's because of how Discord's new thingy works. It's kind of annoying. Okay, go ahead.
The people for the raffle.
Post the raffle stuff.
I'm on the lookout for a potential new base spot, one where we can conceivably make use of all vehicles.
Yes, yes, very good.
I'm kind of thinking near Hogger Rift.
Robin disagreed with me. He sent me a DM of the picture of Fenring from the other game. It's like, this is the best Fenring. Or from the Dune miniseries.
Ugh.
He's fighting me. I mean, that Fenring is funny. I don't know if he's the
He
best.
likes the hat and that he's fat.
He's not fat. He's just got a poofy dress. He's not actually fat, though.
No, he's a little fat. He's a little chubby.
He's not chubby. Oh, my God.
He's a little chubby. He's a little chub. Let's
Now-
Raffle forward. Pocket fish for March of Giants.
Yes, there's a March of Giants thumbnail fund if you would like to be on it for the new MOBA RTS hybrid. And yeah, it is an RTS because it has RTS mechanics. It has base building, and you can even command the troops. It's actually an art and MOBA. It's the only MOBA I've ever liked, and I'm hopeful. But my only worry is that they might fall into the same trappings that a lot of MOBAs fall into, like making too many characters and fucking up the balance and focusing solely on PvP and what PvP people want and not fucking remembering that MOBAs also can have really fun PvEs with really cool bots. But no, or even adding like a campaign. I still think MOBAs are missing out. Campaign would be amazing, but they just never fucking do it. With persistent progress as it scales upward and getting difficult and more difficult. It's such a missed opportunity. That entire subgenre of strategy games has just never gotten right.
Yeah.
Like,
Also, yes,
things
Morty, these
aside.
skins that you can get for Battlefield 6, the pre-orders look atrocious.
What are you talking about? How bad are we talking?
I'll get an image for you.
All right, go ahead and pick it up. I'll show it to Chatfish. Spin the.
Nope, I just need to open it up.
Oh, my heart. No little fish. Beep, beep, beep. Beep, 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 beep.
There's the Phantom Edition that the game comes with that you can buy for $100.
They don't look atrocious, but they look kind of boring.
I mean, look at the gun skins.
Yeah, they look kind of boring and kind of ugly. I'm not too worried, but I don't like it.
He also might have been thinking of the Call of Duty pre-order ones.
Oh, my phone.
Which I'll grab that because they were hideous.
These aren't good,
But-
but these are lame. Like, to be brutally honest. My bad.
Here's the Call of Duty one. Which Call of Duty, I was watching this. We were watching the video, and I was taking screenshots of it. It looks like they're using massive amounts of AI for animation and art.
To be frank with you, I don't give a damn about Call of Duty. But
There's the Call of Duty Special Edition.
yeah, I'll be real with you. I just don't care. Like I'm not gonna buy. I don't wanna. I tried Call of Duty Black Ops 6. I gave it a chance, and it was ass. And I don't want to play it. All right, next up we have to spin the wheel. How many giveaways are we doing for custom fishies? Two. Okay. Boop. Let's see who wins. Oh my God, El Choo Choo wins. He's on the thumbnail.
Gotcha.
Yep, that's one. Let's see who wins the second pocket fish. Congratulations, Chow Chow, by the way. Mini clappies. Damn, Fuzzy. The worst possible person to win.
We should spin again.
No, that'd be me. As funny as it would be.
He'd understand.
I don't think he would. I think he'd be mad. I think he'd be mad.
No. He'd understand. He'd appreciate it.
All right, though, that's the two pocket fish that get on the March of Giants thumbnail. The rest of you will have to buy on. Whoa.
Or rely on the generosity of fellow Chatfish.
I know Decompresso. You're like MOBA, but that's honestly, it's surprising. It's like Pikmin crossed with a little bit of a base defense with like MOBA, and it's surprisingly fun.
Also, we did make yesterday's goal.
Oh, we did. Very good. We're on today's goal, chat. We're only a day behind. Oh, come now, Chatfish. I thought the same thing, Plague, but it's actually not that bad, Plague. Come on. It's the first time, and I know I'm saying this about Amazon Game Studios, but they made a game that was actually
Why am I
kind
not
of
on
interesting.
here? Oh, Green Branch is supposed to be on. Well, I'm sorry, Green Branch.
Well, I guess you could always buy him a pocket fish.
I guess I'll just write Green Branch instead of Fuzzy. He'd understand.
He'd understand? Damn.
It's not assigned yet, Chow.
Yeah, we don't have an artist assigned. We'll wait and see. I'm gonna probably wait till after the beta, and also it's not finished as a thumbnail. Chad hasn't funded it yet.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't
Don't
get
forget,
made.
if a thumbnail's not funded within a month now,
it gets deleted.
Yep. Which World in Conflict is coming up on that chopping block.
No, Chatfish! Like, start screaming. You can't let this happen, Chat Bros. Start throwing money at World in Conflict now. Like, no, I never will, and I never...
I hate World of Conflict.
Damn it. Put that on purple. Put that on purple now. I need to start funding that if that's on Chopping Block. Like, that's my fund. I can't let my fund go to...
It's almost like Kibbs keeps just swapping what his choice is at any given moment.
I know. I keep helping other Chatfish. I know.
Other Chatfish.
I help
March
with
of
charity.
Giants was
I help
was
with
your
charity.
fund. You started March of
Yes,
Giants.
and to be fair, that's the one I started. But every other one I was helping, okay? That's on me. I fucked up there, all right? Skull Leader says Chapter 2 was pretty weak. Yes, Chapter 2 was weak. Nothing really happened in it. And honestly, Princess Arieste is kind of becoming my least favorite character. The more I learn about her, the more I just don't care.
She should have been a man.
She should have been a man. Princess Arieste is just not very interesting. She's like, I want to choose who I want to love. Wait, that's your motivation for letting thousands of people die? Oh my fucking god, that's not sympathetic in the slightest. I just don't want to be a brooding mare. It's like, okay, so like millions of people are dying now because of you. Way to go. That's just not good motivation. I was expecting her to be like, the reason why I'm not marrying him is because I realize there's actually something greater going on, and it's actually going to be a lot worse than the war that's happening right now. And it's like, okay, that's a way, like, you can write this. Princess Arieste isn't marrying Fade not because she doesn't want to be a broodmare. It's specifically because she realizes some sinister plot is going on, and she's somehow figured out her mother doesn't believe her, her father doesn't care, and they just won't believe her until she presents the evidence. And she needs to find the evidence that if the marriage goes through, or if something happens, it won't actually end the war, it will make things worse. And it's like, okay, that's really cool. All right, let's figure out what's going on there. But it's more like, I don't want to marry people because I don't want to get pregnant. It's like, I mean, fair, but like at the same time, like literally people are dying in a war because of this. Like, not gonna lie, this is incredibly entitled of you and really fucked up. I know that it's fucked up that you have to marry this dude, but like it's way more fucked up that hundreds of thousands of people are dying, and people are being starved to death, and people are being assassinated, and there's like all sorts of horrible things happening, and really just millions of children are dead now. Can you please just make one baby? Like literally one. Just one.
No, but I don't love him.
I don't. And the worst part is what she says is after this, like, I don't know if I like he's charming and like I kind of like him and he's kind of cute and stuff, but like I don't know if I should marry him. Or like, oh my god, like literally it's a woman moment. We're having a woman moment. People are dying. Princess Arieste.
So what you're saying is they accurately wrote a noble woman.
I mean, the thing is, I think throughout time, noble women were a lot better than that in history. Like there were some that did that, but a lot of them married for duty and understood the duty of their house and did do it. I think they're pulling too much of a... Oh, you raise a good point, because now I have to be upset about that. I hate you, Skull Leader. But the big thing is that, yeah, like, the big problem is that, okay, get this, right? Fuck Disney, okay? Like, the idea of, like, you're going to get your happily ever after. How about we get this royal marriage and alliance secured so that we can end the blood feud between Harkonnen and Atreides, a.k.a. House Butlerian, because Butlerians had to forcibly change their name to Harkonnen as an insult. And Atreides have been feuding with them for fucking eons, right? How about we literally get them to marry so that the war can end and so that things can progress? Like, I get that we need conflict, but there's a way better way to do this. Like, let me write this, all right? I got you. Hold on. Take a seat, like, developers. So, Princess Arieste can't marry Fade. The reason why she can't marry him is because she's discovered that if she does, both her and Fade are to be assassinated. That's right. during the marriage ceremony, and somehow she's come to this conclusion. I have no fucking clue how. We'll figure that shit out later. But because that will happen, that will plunge the realm into chaos and bloodshed, as various people will try to seize power and the power vacuum that their death will create. And while it will for a time end the war, the following disaster that will occur after this, or maybe it's not even like that. It could be anything, right? Like there's some plot against her father, and if she marries Fade, it will remove her from her father's side, and it will put Leto in a vulnerable position, and she needs to be there to stop this from happening. Or, you know, like if they marry, something else happens. Like whatever it is. Don't give me that Disney bullshit. Like, I just want to marry who I love. Shut the fuck up. All right, like that works for little kids because little kids are stupid, like by comparison. They're not actually. They're actually a lot smarter than that. But that doesn't work in this story because this isn't about. Dune's not really about. Oh, because I really love them. Like, you know what Dune's about? Dune's about duty. Paul married the princess of Shaddam IV. He did not
about politics and duty.
He did not love that princess. But he did love his mistress, is basically Shani.
His concubine.
Yeah, literally a concubine, and produced many children with her. Like literally, yeah, didn't he?
3.
Yeah, 3.
1 died.
Did he produce any with the princess? I can't remember.
No.
Yeah, no, never did. Never pumped out any.
Didn't even touch her.
That's funny. I remember that in the book. The real fate is Sting. I don't care if he's reanimated. Damn. Damn.
I also have Jump Space news.
What's that?
It comes out in 9 days. $20. Has regional pricing.
That's good.
And it's coming to Steam and Xbox.
Awesome. Hopefully it goes to PlayStation as well. More players, more people to play with.
It will not be on part of the Steam Autumn sale.
That's to be expected. It just came out. I wouldn't expect a developer to put their game on a sale the minute they release their game. That'd be
apparently people have been asking because they needed to mention that in the email.
Like that's kind of okay. Come on, like there's pretentious assumptions, and then there's that. Can you please put your game on sale? It's like it just came out. Like put it on sale.
It's also $20.
It's only 20. Jesus, that's actually a really good deal. Fuck. Okay, maybe I can win at the developer meeting. Robin's just eyeballing me from the side like, you will.
We should charge 90.
No. See, I am of the opinion that cheaper games are better in the sense that they will actually sell more and reach wider audiences, because that's how you reach the wider audience. Not by fucking adding weird ass shit. Just make your game good and then just put it on a cheap sale and add regional pricing so that people from different regions can afford it. Easy! Kib, can you put your game on autumn sale? My game's not remotely ready. If I'd sell
How about
it
just
now,
putting Kib's on autumn sale?
Yeah. I don't think I could. If I put my game on sale or up for pre-order, I think I'd scream mentally. I just don't really like the idea of doing that. I know some people
pre-order this game with no release date.
You know. Even if we had a release date, I think we shouldn't put it on sale or allow it for pre-order until it's out. Like, why? I mean, okay, I could see one region, maybe like the day before, so you can preload it. But our game's tiny anyways. That's the only reason I can think of, preloading for preloaders, so that they can preload it before it launches.
They can't wait for us to move the game to Unreal 5, so it's 200 gigs.
No. Oh, well. Either way, we're going to raid into our next stream. We're going to be playing the Ultimate Apocalypse mod for Soulstorm, which is super sick. So I'll see you guys over there, and we'll continue this conversation over there, Chatfish. And I've got to eat my raviolis before I start the stream. So I'm going to be a few minutes late to the second stream, because I think I set it for 3 p.m. So expect to see me in like 10 minutes, because I got to microwave that, and I got to let it cool so I don't burn my fucking mouth off. I will be right back, Chatfish. Right back. And I'll see you in the next stream.